Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Tomb of Annihilation. Sorry we're running a little bit late tonight. It's Halloween weekend. Not technically Halloween yet, but so people had some parties and that kind of thing, and you'll notice that we are down one Tom. We are single Tom tonight. I've got. That's what I went as. Anyhow, so last time the camp or the group made landfall after traveling up the river quite a ways. They made landfall at a destroyed camp, Camp Righteous, as it was marked on the map. There were traps. There were terrible depths of latrines, filthy exploration, and ultimately a jug of mayonnaise at the end of everyone's quest for the evening. On exiting the trap-filled dungeon, statue, whatever you want to call this thing, tomb. It's not really a tomb. There's no one buried in it. Shrine. Maybe that's a good word for it. Yeah. Temple. Statue. This thing that had traps all through it. As you all are exiting, you noticed that your canoes had been sunk into the water, and that there is a strange creature amongst the tents to your north. That is where we ended last session. So, what would you all like to do?
Since I was one of the people
maybe we should
that
attempt
saw
to talk to this
little
fellow?
buddy, I'm gonna start walking over there slowly.
Alright, so Galia, you are going to step out. Asa is thinking, hey, let's try to talk to whoever this is.
Joris throws his hands up in the air and just yells out, "The canoes! What? The canoes!" And he starts running out toward the canoes.
Okay. Quilgok, Aragim, since we don't have Tom tonight, other Tom 1, not T. Aragim, he's going to step forward. I will be controlling him as well as Quilgok this evening. And Quilgok is going to just kind of cry out. He's going to say something like, "It's the Batiri. Get ready." And as you all step forward from outside this shrine, screaming creatures in masks are going to jump out from all around you. I need you all to roll initiative, please.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Wait, I have to open my character sheet for that.
Let's see. Has everyone rolled here? Let's see. Let's see. I have lost Golia's video. Does everybody else have Golia, or is she down for everybody?
She said she was refreshing a minute ago.
Okay, so she'll pop up here in a second. All right.
Hopefully. Did she do initiative?
I am looking. I'm not
Looks like no.
seeing her in here. I'm going to go ahead and
There's a
roll
lot of them.
for her.
Oh man, they all go before us.
Oh, she literally rolled a 0.
Ooh.
Wow.
Is that even possible?
She rolled a 1 and
Yep.
got a -1.
Yep.
One dex.
She got a 0.
We rolled initiative for you, Patsy, and got a 0.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
All right. And I've also added Aragem and Quilgok into the mix. All right. Let's see. I'm going to say that Aragem is probably surprised with the number of people who have stepped out here.
Are we all surprised?
I think you were probably all surprised. I feel like
Oh
there
man,
is
we're dead. We are dead. They rolled really well on their initiatives.
Did I? Oh, shoot. I just... Oh. Okay.
So I think he is going to probably just take... let's see. Yeah, they're basically going to get a surprise round on you, except for Goblin 6 here, number 6.
He's a goblin. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, you wouldn't know that. These creatures are fairly small, not any smaller than you are, and they are in very crazy masks and so forth. Again, they look kind of like that, coming at you.
Oh, they do look okay.
That's a boar mask, and you guys had to murder that boar last week.
Thank you for enlarging that, because when I'm just looking at it on the token, it looks like he's got like abs or something, and it looks like his mouth.
Nice. So this guy is going to swing at Jarus with a scimitar.
14 hits.
14
It's a very tasty boar.
That is 6 damage to Jarus. Let's see.
Galia, was there something special about being next to you in combat now?
Yes, there is. If he's within 5 feet of me, he gets my aura of protection.
What does that
They
do?
have disadvantage on their attack rolls.
Well, the 14 hits either way, so.
Okay.
I always thank you. I always forget my aura.
I gotta remember that aura. In fact,
You
what we're
turn
gonna
on
do...
auras on your
I was gonna say, we're gonna turn on aura for your character here.
Okay. It's just 5 feet.
5 feet in every direction of you. There you go. That's a terrible
Cool.
color for it. Let's find...
Do like a nice yellow.
Yeah, let's find something that works better. Come on.
Something holy.
Nice lathander yellow.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Something like that. That'll stand out. Alright, this creature is going to use his nimble escape as a bonus action. And not provoking any opportunity attacks, he is going to run 30 feet away. Let's see. Red, you are surprised. Quilgok is also... this goblin does not have a surprise attack against you. So we're just going to... We'll just leave him be. Just for the sake of it. Goblin 8 is going to take out his short bow and shoot at Galia.
Oh, yeah, but I got my shield.
Oh, that works out. That's a 15. No, I'm sorry, that's a 5.
Well, either way, neither hits.
Excellent. Yeah, this thing shoots straight at your shield. Let's see. Goblin
Ugh.
number 2, swinging a scimitar at Galia. That is a 15.
Still doesn't hit.
All right.
So, do attacks have disadvantage against you, or just against people standing
Just
next to you?
people standing next to me, so they still can.
All right. He's also going to take the disengage action and run 30 feet this way. Let's see. Goblin 4 will hop over to Red, swinging with his scimitar. That is a 17.
I believe that hits. Yep.
All right. 8 damage. He is also going to disengage, and hopping down, he will run 25 feet this way. let's see. Asa is surprised. From around the corner of this tent, this guy is going to emerge. He is going... he is wearing... you will see on him, he is wearing a more elaborate mask, and he kind of yells something in a language at everyone else. And he takes a javelin from off of his back,
Oh.
and he is going to throw that at Red as well.
Does my shield attract javelin as well, or is it just arrows?
It does not. This javelin goes wide, but it does not come flying towards you.
Oh.
Let's see. Goblin number 5 is going to come through this little tree here, kind of popping up out of it, surprisingly, right next to Jarrus, and swing with his scimitar. That is a 22 for 6 damage.
Wait, he's in my aura though.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a 5.
That's a 5. Correct.
He missed!
He is
Woo!
going to also run away.
I'm so happy I have the color now, because it's gonna make me not forget.
See, this guy is going to step behind this fire, shooting at
I think-
Asa with his short bow.
Actually, don't see Nora, but it's okay.
Oh.
That is true. Sorry, I can turn that on for everyone. There you go.
Thank you.
All right. So that is an 18 against Asa.
That's a 10.
Or that's a 10. I'm sorry,
Could-
you're in the... Yep. So...
And don't
that
I
is-
attract it anyway?
Oh, that's a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, the arrow veers directly at Gallia and bounces off of your shield. Fantastic.
Woohoo!
Let's see. This guy is not digging that. He is going to come up against Aragim here with his scimitar. That is a 7. That's a 5. That will miss. He is going to hop down and move back over here. And Gallia's surprise round ends out the turn. Aragim is up. Let's see what he is going to do. What does he have that he can do? Looking at his character sheet. I am seeing probably his short bow seems like a good option for him. I think he's going to shoot over at this guy. That is a 12. That will hit. No, I'm sorry, that will not hit. I take that
Who did he
back.
shoot at?
He shot at this goblin directly south of him.
Got it.
But that is a miss. All right. I guess he'll just kind of stay there. All right. Goblin number 3 is going to, with his short bow, again shoot at Asa. And this arrow is going to veer off towards Gallia. That is a 7. That is a 7.
No, it would still be a 13 because it's going at me, but that still doesn't hit.
Oh, that's true. That's not ever going to be confusing. All right. Red is up.
Well, I am going to. Let's see. I'm going to
Move
grab
into the light.
my. I am going to grab my symbol of Moradin and where's that? Shout Moradin, aid us in this battle from our any foes. So I'm casting aid.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Everyone gets 5 hit points, and your max goes up 5 for the next 8 hours.
It can only be 3 creatures, right?
Well, I'm guessing
Yes,
he's doing
both
3
just
of
your
them.
allies.
Well,
Oh, choose up to 3. No.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll just use your.
Well, thank you.
Yay!
It's very nice.
But
Remind
the
me
people
that
who
I
are
have
here,
to
yes.
reduce these hit points. I'll just add extra hit points on top of my regular ones. That's fine. I don't need to increase my hit point maximum because I'm already below.
All right.
Well, you still increase your maximum
Okay, fine. I'll increase my
because
maximum.
if you get healed up, you can go
That's
above.
true. That's true.
All right. Quilgok is going to. Let's see. You know what? He's got a light crossbow. He's going to shoot at this this guy up by this tent, right over here. Now, what I need to figure out is what your shield would do with that.
Would he have moved so as not to be shooting through the rest of us?
He can
Is-
shoot like no, he's above us, so he can just shoot over our heads.
Yeah, he would be tall,
That's
and
true.
you can shoot through.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
short.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing would happen with that. It is not going to aim towards Galya. The 3 is going to miss, however, because it's a crit fail.
Is Deadly Treasure going to be able to do anything?
Not currently, because he is not riding it.
Okay.
So he doesn't have his own turn.
He's not. He's just going to chill and eat some grass.
If you were actually to look at Deadly Treasure, you would see that he has been pinned down over here.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, like not like pinned down, but like he's kind of like tied up to a tree and cannot really do anything. It looks like these goblins may have subdued him while you all were in the tomb.
Oh no.
Let's see. This guy is going to run forward at Galya, swinging his scimitar and yelling in a high-pitched yeah kind of voice.
15 doesn't hit.
All right. He's going to stay over here. Goblin number 8. He is going to shoot with his short bow at Jarus. That is a 10.
So,
10 misses.
And
So
that'll
wait,
actually
is
that is
that-
a 23 that's going to hit Galya.
which does hit. So,
That's a good point. Yeah, this thing curves and your shield, it's aimed at that, but it's actually going to just miss where your shield was, because maybe you kind of turn right at the last second, and it comes in and hits you for 4 piercing damage.
oh.
Goblin number 2 is also going to shoot at Jarus. That is
Also a hit.
a 19 at Galya, doing 8 damage.
I'm so confused.
Let's see.
How about that shield?
Well, all of you are safe now.
This guy is going to... that is not going to work against anyone. All right. And he is going to come forward. But you all can totally see him. His stealth check did not go well for him. So he is not going to get any benefits from that, and he is going to swing his scimitar at Galya. 14, I believe, will miss.
Nope.
Aza.
Aza, let me pop this spell into. We'll cast Spike Growth.
Okay.
And if we can get a 20-foot radius centered on that spot right there, I think that'll get all 5 of these lower ones.
Can you ping the
So-
spot one more time? I'm sorry.
Sure thing. Right there.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the next one up.
It's 20 feet. 10,
Yeah.
20. Oh, what is... That is not right. That's weird. That is the weirdest drawing. That was supposed to be a shape. Let's try that again. Alright, so that should be a 20-foot square.
It's actually a 40-foot diameter circle.
Oh, it's a circle. Well, that's a whole different thing. Alright. 40-foot circle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Well, that should be right. Okay. And you want to get all of them in it, basically, is your goal? Like
Right,
so?
So if that point right there is the center, it should get all 5 of those without hitting deadly treasure.
Like so. Yes, it does. All right. Fantastic. So spikes are going to become... This is going to become difficult terrain inside this area. And we'll see what happens on their turns. Let's see. This guy is going to... let's see here. He is going to run forward over by Aza and Gallia. And he is going to swing twice, once at Gallia, once at Aza, with his scimitar. That is a critical hit against Gallia.
It's a disadvantage, though.
Oh, well, not against Gallia, it's not.
Oh.
Not against me.
But
So it doesn't
against,
hit Aza at least.
but it does not hit Aza, but it does do 11 damage
11.
to Gallia.
Well, I'm not looking good. Not looking too hot.
All right, Jaris.
So, Jarus, since the first goblin jumped out and slashed him with his sword, he's just sort of been looking down at the wound in his stomach, and he pulls his hand out, and the cerulean liquid drips between his fingers, and he just looks at it for a moment, and then he looks up, anger and tears in his eyes. I rage to get things started.
Nice.
And as I'm looking up, raging, I see that Gallia has just been like hammered by this scimitar. Like finding its way like into like, I don't know, like your knee or something, where the armor doesn't quite cover. And I'm just gonna take 2 hits against this first goblin with my action surge and my glaive.
Okay.
And so this is 2 normal rolls. Raging. So that's a 21 to hit.
That should hit. I'm sorry. Which goblin is it? I missed seeing which one you pointed at.
The big one, not the big one. The guy with the special mask that gets to attack
Gotcha.
twice.
Okay. Yep.
I'm attacking him twice.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. 21 will hit. 11 damage. Excellent.
And a 19.
19 will also hit for 15 damage.
Oof.
Nice.
That does
I just stab
bloody
low
him.
and then I stab high.
Excellent.
Not too low, because I happen to be standing right now.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Over your
Not too high.
It's like over your head and like underneath you, like under your arm or something.
Goblin number 5, seeing that the boss is in trouble, is going to make some saves, I guess, here first. Or not saves, but it's going to take some damage. Let's see. Let's actually read what the spell said. When it moves, it takes 2d4 piercing damage. It's going to take a step forward. It's going to take 2d4 piercing damage.
So that's 10 feet of movement as well.
Yeah. It is going to cry out in pain and stop moving, and kind of yell something in its language, and it's going to take its short bow and shoot at Red, I think.
Great.
That is going to be a
Great.
20. That is going to hit Gallia
Great.
For
Minus 6.
for 6 damage.
I'm at 5 health.
Oh no.
What did you name your shield?
Eclipse.
Trouble?
But the darkness descends.
This goblin, having been warned by his little friend there, he is not going to move. He's going to use his short bow as well
Oh, great. Oh, great.
to shoot at Aza.
Oh, no.
This is going to go wide
Oh, good.
and
I'm
be a
good.
19.
I'm unconscious.
And Galia is unconscious.
Great.
Now, here's the thing, Galia. I am not normally someone to hit people who are down, but your shield is still going to attract missiles even when you are on the ground.
It's hitting the ground, not her.
I drop it maybe, and it's kind of like aims at the shield, but not at me holding the shield.
Well, yeah, let's see what
No.
happens. Let's see what happens. Shortbow is going to shoot. That is an 11. That is going to miss. So it is going to ping into the ground next to you. Galia, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Okay. Okay. Oh, hey.
That is a critical success. You are back awake with 1 health point back. That's exciting.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Lathander.
Wow.
Lathander, get praised.
Lathander, he's brought me back.
Aragim, does he have any health potions? I cannot remember if he's
You
got
should have
any.
one. Everyone should have one.
I think he does. Let me pull up his character sheet. See how expensive we can be to...
Yeah, we do have one. I have 2.
Yeah, he is going to step over here and throw a health potion down Galia's throat. So that should give Galia
Yay!
back 8 hit points.
Woohoo! Now I can get hit by more arrows.
So,
Yay!
fantastic. So that was his bonus action. He will also swing with his scimitar, rapier, at whatever this guy is next to him here. For a 15, that will hit for 4. I don't think he gets any kind of sneak attack on this one because he is not... He was not being particularly sneaky with that.
There's stuff about
Not
if
quite sure
you're-
how that works. I need to read that, I guess.
if you're engaged with, if the opponent you're attacking is engaged with another person in 5 feet.
At first level, you can deal an
Well,
extra
that might be assassin though. So.
attack if you have advantage on the attack roll.
Okay.
Oh, yep, no, he can.
There's-
He
yeah.
can because it is within 5 feet. So, yep, he gets a sneak attack as well. So let's roll that. That is 2. So 2 damage as well. All right. Fair enough. All right. Goblin number 3 is also in this thing. He is going to shoot his short bow at Aza. It is going to go wide and be a 9 bouncing off of Galia's shield. Red is up.
Okay. Now, if I understand correctly, I can cast a regular level spell, and then I can cast a cantrip. If I'm going to do 2 spells in one
I
round.
think you can only cast one spell.
Yeah, you
No,
still
I
only
can.
get...
No, I can. I can do a bonus action plus an action as a cantrip. That's what-
You have a thing as a cleric, is what you're saying?
Nope. If you look at this chapter 10 on the PHB, you cast a bonus action spell,
Oh, right, yeah, a bonus action. Yes.
and then you can cast an action spell that is a cantrip.
Yes. Yeah, you can cast any spell that says it is a bonus action. I'm looking it up. 'Cause let's see. Casting a spell.
I just got done looking it up.
You use a bonus action on your turn to cast a spell. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm going to cast Healing Word on. No, that didn't work. Healing
That looks
Word.
like what? D4?
1d4 plus spellcasting build +3. 4 for Galia.
Yay!
And then I am going to cast Sacred Flame on this bad looking dude. Wow.
Oh.
My spells aren't working.
Sacred Flame's a save, and
Yeah,
it deals,
dex
I
save.
think it's a D8.
There we go.
Okay, you're good.
It's a dex save.
Yep.
All right. Let's have him do that first.
2 points. Wow.
He is going to save from it.
Is it half damage?
So he does one.
Actually, I don't know.
Does Sacred Flame actually do half damage on...
Succeed or take. Nope, doesn't say. Must succeed on dex saving throw or take.
Yeah,
Doesn't say half damage.
so he does not take any damage.
Yep.
All right, Quilgok is going to come charging out, kind of. Let's see if he move through. So he's going to step over here, I guess. Let's do that. He is going to swing his quarterstaff at this little goblin. Standing in front of him. Let's see if he does better than a crit fail. He does! That's exciting.
Yay!
My damage is showing up as none.
I'm not seeing damage either.
Okay.
Yep.
That's weird.
It's a D8 plus strength.
It's
right?
a D8 plus 2.
Why do I know all the weapon? Why do I know all
That
this
is
stuff?
6.
1 second, I'm glitching a little on the map, so I'm gonna refresh.
Alright. 6 damage. And he, this goblin goes down. Let's see. Alright. Goblin number 6. Seeing his friend go down, he's going to kind of step to the side over here, so he's engaged with everybody. He's going to swing his scimitar at Quilgok. That is a 20. No, that is a. Nope, that's a 22.
That's a
that
22.
hits.
Unless Quilgok has special cover from, it's still probably gonna hit
Yeah.
from being like up high. Can the goblin reach Quilgok if he's on the ledge and the goblin's on the ground?
You know what? That's actually. Well, it's only 5 feet above him. No, you know what? I think you're right. So that would actually be against Arrogim.
Which is a 5 because Arrogim is
And so
within
that
the...
hits. So that works. I will allow it. That makes sense. Short bow to Jaharis is going to be an 18 against Galia for 4 damage. I don't know if she can hear me yet. I'm going to go ahead and take the damage off for her.
Man.
Let's see. This goblin is going to come running in as well again, swinging at Arrogim. That is a 17.
7.
That is a 7. That does not hit. Auras. This goblin is dead. Aza.
Aza will use a bonus action to shillelagh her quarterstaff and wait for the character sheet to open up, and then swing it at the head fellow in front here.
Excellent.
So does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does. Barely, but it does.
5 bludgeoning.
5 damage. This guy is going to take this hit from your very simple looking staff, and he's going to crumple to the ground. Very nice. He is now out of the order. Jaris.
I'm going to turn to the goblin that just came up and hit Galia, which I think is this one, and I'm going to do a slash from 5 feet away. That is a 17 to hit for 14 slashing.
That annihilates this guy. How does that go down?
I mean, I just want to I just want to do like sort of a big diagonal slash and just like sever his his pectorals, just open them.
Excellent. That happens as you describe it. Fantastic. Goblin number 5 cannot move without dying. So he is shooting the arrow again. That is going to be at Aza. That's going to go towards Galia. That is going to miss. Same thing here, but shooting at Jarus because of the recent death he has crafted. That's a 10. Bouncing off of Galia's shields, these arrows are just kind of pinging in and just bouncing off. Yet another one. That is going to be a critical 9 damage against Galia, who is going to fall one more time in combat here. When I get Galia back, I will need her to make a death saving throw, but we're going to move on through the order until she gets back. Aragim is going to... Let's see. I guess he will use his bow as well, since there is no imminent threat directly next to him. At Goblin number 8.
Okay, yay, finally.
You're down again.
Yeah, if you could go ahead and
Yes,
make a death saving throw for me.
Oh,
You keep getting hit
Lysander.
by arrows somehow.
Oh, Lysander.
He keeps on announcing that I'm the target, but then it doesn't hit me. I don't take the damage. I don't know what's happening.
Did the aura at least help a little bit?
Not you.
It's been helping everybody else.
Oh,
It helps everyone
Yeah.
else.
what?
Oh no.
That's 2 fails.
Lathander has
Lysander!
lost patience.
Goblin number
I had a critical success and a critical fail.
A 17 is going to miss Galia. Red, you're up.
Okay, well, same as last time then.
Why is my life like this?
Let's see, I think I do have a slot. I'm gonna burn my second level slot.
Healing word.
So healing word for Galia.
So seven points of healing.
Yep.
That will bring you back up to 7, Galia.
Yay!
And I'm gonna do a sacred flame on this guy that's already injured.
If she was still down when it got back to me, I was going to take her shield and just frisbee it into the river.
Oh,
Might be a good idea at this point.
He does not save. He is going to take 3 damage, which is exactly enough to kill him. Your sacred flame shoots through the air and bursts into him. His mask lights up and he dies. Quilgok is going to kind of hop down through everyone, moving surprisingly well. Oh, for a turtle. Actually, he's not, because if he steps into that, he's going to take damage. So he's going to just come to the edge of this thing, because let's not do that kind of thing. He will light crossbow Goblin number 3. 21 will hit. For who knows how much damage. 1d8 plus 2. For 4 damage. This will bloody this goblin. Let's see, this guy is
Oh,
dead.
thought he was dead.
Oh, apparently there's another one here.
Hiding
That
out.
can't be right.
Underneath. Oh, there's this guy.
Oops.
How did he get up there?
Well, yeah, okay, so apparently there was a second goblin somehow. We're gonna just say that you killed him too, because I'm not a fan of having them stacked. Something weird happened there. All right, so goblin number 8.
I think someone stepped over a
Yeah,
dead one.
somebody
That's what
did step
happened.
over a, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, this one will swing at Golia with its not short bow, with its scimitar. Fair enough. Goblin number 6. So yeah, there is one live one right there. That's a critical miss. All right, goblin number 8 is going to short bow up at. He'll shoot at red this time. Let's see. Because it is out of range, I believe. Hold on one moment. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Oh no, it's within 10 feet of you. All right. Yeah, this is going to come back at Golia. 23 hitting for 4 damage. Yeah, let's see. Goblin number 2. This one is dead. Aza. This is
Goliath's starting to look like Boromir.
yeah.
Did you see what I did? I missed that.
Is Aza standing up? Sorry, is Galia standing up right now?
Yep.
Or, no, actually, she's
Really?
not. She's prone.
I am? When did I get knocked prone?
Oh yeah, you would have when you
When you went down, you have
Yeah,
to
when you
stand
Oh.
after movement to stand up.
So she just kind of got up, and then she's like, I can do this. And then she gets like an arrow like right to the shoulder, and she's down again.
So,
the good news is while you're prone, a ranged attack should be disadvantaged, isn't it?
Disadvantaged,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that's actually a good thing for Golia right now.
Oh.
So that's
So
helpful.
shouldn't some of the other ones had disadvantage then? That hit me
Probably,
earlier?
Yeah, they should have.
probably, but I'm not
Okay.
going to retroactively.
Yeah.
okay, so Aza is going to say, get rid of that shield, and at the end of it, tack on another word that does a little bit of something. So she will healing word on Galia as a bonus action. Drop what's the word? Concentration on the spike growth area, so we can all get down there and murder some things.
Done.
And then she will move. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. That. And I forgot to hold space to see how far that was, but I think that was 25
I
feet.
think you should be fine. Yeah, I think that was 25.
And she'll swing her club at that fella right there.
All right.
Club, quarterstaff, stick that she found in the woods.
Shillelagh.
That thing. If I can get my character sheet to open up. There it is. Shillelagh. It's a 5 hit.
5 does not hit. Jarus.
Okay. Jarus is... Oh, do I kill the guy that's still up here? Nah, it's fine. Aragon can do that. I'm going to actually run this way. Sort of do a springboard kind of jump off of Quillcock. Which is a running long jump at this point. So I can easily get right to here. And I'm going to bring my my glaive down on this guy right in front of me.
All right.
All right. 12 to hit.
A 12 is not going to hit.
Oh boy, good.
Excellent. Let's see. That goblin is dead. Remove him from the order. Goblin number 1.
Really quick question: what's the range on my arrow absorption?
It's 10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. This guy is going to step up on the other side of Aza, and with advantage,
Oh
because
no.
of flanking, swing with his scimitar. That's a 21 for 6 damage. Let's see. Goblin at number 7 is going to... Well, Deadly Treasure is there, so he cannot pivot into that space. Luckily for Jarvis. So he will also swing with his scimitar. That is a 9.
misses.
He's going to take the disengage action as a bonus action, and he's going to back up 30 feet. All right. Galia.
I would like. Okay.
There is a goblin right next to you, by the way, still right here.
Oh, I thought he was dead.
There is a dead one under him.
Oh, okay.
He is standing on the bones of one of his fallen brethren.
That's kind of
His
morbid.
bones.
Well, and other fleshy parts.
Ugh. Let's see. Am I gonna take an opportunity of attack if I try to walk away from him?
You would, yes.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. I think I'm gonna lay hands on myself for 10 hit points. So I'm gonna have 5 left in my pool, and not be quite as bad at 17. And then
That's good. Yeah.
That seemed like a good idea.
I forgot I had Heavenly Rebuke. God. Okay,
You'll remember next time.
I will. And then I think that's all I can do. And I'm just gonna stay right here and protect Aragim.
Aragim, speaking of which, he is going to swing his rapier at this goblin. A 14.
A 12.
Why does he have disadvantage?
Because he's in my aura.
The goblin has.
The goblin is.
No, arrogant
protected by the
Oh!
cannon.
Oh!
Yeah. Either way, that misses. However,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
so he does not
I'm
get
just so excited to defend people.
his sneak attack bonus then, because he did not hit. Goblin number 3 with advantage, swinging his scimitar at Aza. That's a 12. No, I'm sorry, that's a 15 because of advantage.
Does not hit.
Excellent. Red, you also are next to a live goblin still.
I think Red is going to pull out his warhammer and give a rebel yell and jump down off of the
The 5-foot ledge.
tree and swing at this.
All right. An 8 is going to miss, so you cannot share a space with him. Go ahead and give me a dex save, like an acrobatics check, if you would. Let's see kind of what happens here since you missed. All right, since you missed, you kind of jump, and this little thing kind of bounces out of the way, and you kind of land and roll, and yeah, you stick it. You're fine. Quillgok is going to come running up to help. He'll jump off the edge of this thing and come up to help Jaris as well.
I probably shouldn't scream first, I guess. 'Cause, I'd let him know I was coming. So.
Let's see. No, two-handed quarterstaff, which is probably not going to roll damage. Doesn't matter, that misses. Goblin number 8 is kind of mad that his friend left. He's going to swing at Jaris with his scimitar. That'll miss.
9 misses.
Yep. Aza.
Aza will swing at the injured one to her west with Shillelagh again. As soon as the character sheet opens.
There does seem to be a little bit of lag on Roll20 tonight.
I'm also on an old computer, so.
Yeah. 9 is going to miss, however. Jaris.
Alright. Jarrus chokes up on his glaive to swing it at the goblin that's next to him. 10.
10 will miss.
That was really bad rolls. Both of them.
Yeah. Goblin 1 with advantage, swinging his scimitar at Aza. That's a crit for 6 damage.
That's about the best I could hope for from a crit. I think.
That really is. Goblin number 7. Shooting with his short bow at... actually at Aza. Because he can see Aza, he cannot see Jarrus. Because of the tree. 22 will hit for 5 more damage against Aza.
Where is numbers?
He's way down south. He's
he
the
is
one I
down
scared
here.
off.
Oh,
Galia is up. You still have a live goblin.
yep. Okay. How is Aza looking health-wise? You just said that roll crashed, but...
He is not bloodied yet.
Okay. Then
Or
I'm
she is
just
not bloodied yet, I should say.
Okay. She's really mad at these goblins right now because they took her down twice, so she's gonna take her battle axe and just say, "You will never destroy the servants of Lathander," and give it a nice big smack. Does a 13 hit?
That is going to miss, actually.
Aw.
This little guy, he's here amongst you, but he is just ducking and weaving and dodging.
Doing a matrix.
Yeah, Erikim is
With
not...
advantage if he attacks.
Yeah,
With sneak attack then as well. That's awesome.
yeah. Rapier with advantage. That is a 14. That's going to miss.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Are we gonna have a stalemate with these guys for the next 6 rounds? Nobody
Goblin,
hits anyone.
well, Aza's getting hit. Goblin
Yeah.
number 3 with advantage. It's a 13. What is you're 16? Okay. Red.
All right, I'm gonna burn my inspiration, and
Well, you have advantage if you attack this guy already because you're flanking.
oh right, oh right, okay. Forget that then. Gonna hit him with my. Let's see. Actually, just want to check something. What do we left? Yeah, what the hell? I'm going to burn this as a bonus action. And then I'm going to, let's see here.
Nice.
I'm going to attack with my Warhammer.
With advantage.
Fine. Favor is yes.
Well, your 20 will hit. So,
So
excellent.
12 total.
Yeah, 12 damage. That annihilates this creature.
Finally.
Finally, it can no longer, with the blessing of Moradin coursing through your hammer, it can no longer stand against your might.
A little bit of Lathander in there too,
Can I move? I can move through people. I just can't move
Right.
like land
You
on
can't
them.
in your turn in their space.
Correct. Yeah, you can move through a friendly space.
Yeah. No, I can't. I can never get this space bar thing. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Haha.
Where's the measurement? There we go. I'm gonna move down towards the fighter.
Okay.
That's
That's it. All right. Quilgok is going to swing with his quarterstaff. Let's see what he can do against Goblin number 8. 15 will hit. So let's roll a d8 plus 2. I'll see if I can fix his... Let's see, 5 damage. Excellent. That is going to kill this goblin here. Fantastic. Aza is up next.
Okay. Did I take some more damage while I was out?
I don't actually believe that you did. I think you dodged something.
Fantastic. I will try one more time to hit the damaged one to my west with the shillelagh.
Alright. 11 will miss. Jarrus is up.
This goblin going down. Jarrus, tears still streaming down his face. He drops the quarterstaff, and as a free action, dropping a weapon, charging up to here, and then as his actual object interaction, as he charges up to this guy, he's going to draw his longsword, his sidearm, but he's just going to, instead of swinging it, he grabs at the goblin, and the goblin's mask, one of the tusks, and I'm just going to do a grapple.
All right. Please roll me a, what is it, athletics? I believe.
Yeah, I'm going to use athletics.
Yeah.
With advantage?
Yeah.
From the rage.
And then I will roll dexterity against that.
Oh.
He is going to dodge out of your way.
Yep.
Goblin 1 with advantage attacking Aza with his scimitar again. That's a 21 for 6 damage. Goblin 7 drawing his scimitar as he is dodged around Jarrus. He's going to swing back, not doing so great with a 7.
Too busy dodging.
Too busy dodging. Golia.
So how many javelin did the chieftain have exactly?
I think he only threw one, but he might
He
have
only
more.
threw one. He would have more on his body. He had like 3 or 4 strapped to his back, so he probably still has like 3 of them.
Can I grab one to throw at the guy?
Yeah, that should be fine.
I know I'm proficient with them, but I didn't take them on my sheet, so I
Yeah,
don't know
he
what their damage
is an attack. Let's see. A javelin arranged. It's a 1d6 is the damage.
Okay.
So if you want to make your attack, it'll just be a 1d6 plus whatever your
proficiency
is.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
Plus strength bonus.
Right. Well, actually, isn't range dex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it can be either, couldn't it?
I'm honestly not
Or
sure.
is it dex?
I'm pretty sure it's dex.
No.
Oh, Lathander.
No, a throw weapon can use strength.
Can it use strength? All right. Well, I'll allow it. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, a ranged weapon is not the same as a thrown weapon. I don't
that's
think you
just
can
my
use
attack.
dex for a throw.
That's just my attack roll, but that's not gonna do too good.
Yeah, 12 is going to go wide.
Unless
anyhow.
it has finesse. You can use dex for throwing
That's what it
daggers.
is. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Plus two proficiency, plus if you have a strength bonus.
Oh, that's a good point. What is your... well, it already has...
Yeah, I just used my battle axe because that already has all my modifiers.
Yeah, it already has everything in. All right. So that is going to miss. All right. Aragem. He is going to come... charging down. He can come 20. Oh, man. I'm trying to figure out how to get him... Well, actually, he can stand here. And so he'll flank this goblin. And he will do his attack with advantage. Which is a 12, which is going to miss. Great.
Wow.
You guys are just having low rolls tonight.
That's a low rolls. Yep.
Goblin number 3. With his scimitar at Aza. With advantage. Feels like we've done this a few times. 14.
Misses.
It's a miss.
Red.
Done that too. Let's see. I believe I can do all this. So where are you? Bonus action, healing word on Aza.
So 5 healing points for Aza.
Let's see, can I... Nope, come on. Still can't figure out this spacebar thing. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be fine. I am going to flank this guy.
Okay. Since you did step out of, unless you took disengage, you will take an opportunity from Goblin 1.
Right. Nope, go ahead.
Okay. That's a 19 for 7 damage.
And I'm going to hit this guy with advantage.
Definitely with advantage.
And I will have my Divine Favor still. Oh, wait, con save.
Yep.
What was it? 7 damage, so just 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep, perfect. So,
So
yep.
whatever, yes to favor. So 21.
That will hit.
11 points.
That will kill Goblin number 3 finally.
Yes,
Yay.
finally.
Finally.
Let's see. Quilgok will come running up around this way, over by Goblin number 1. He will not have advantage on this, but he'll swing with his quarterstaff again. For 10, that misses. It's okay, you got a couple good hits on the other ones. Aza is up.
With advantage this time.
Yes. 13 is
13.
going to miss.
We need some magic weapons, Lord.
That is a
We have
magic
my
weapon.
shield.
You need some yakety sax music going on, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try grappling. Right. Advantage. That's a 9.
That's a 9.
I'm gonna go back to my last few rolls and figure out
We
what
need
the
some-
highest thing I've
We
rolled
need some
is.
bless is what we need.
That's a 3 on the go ahead. 3.
Goblin 1, he's going to go after
I got a
Aza.
4 last turn.
That is a 15. That will miss, I believe
That
you.
does miss, yeah.
Scimitar against Jarus. 21 for 7 damage.
That does hit, but it's reduced. It's I have resistance. So that's 3.
Fair enough. Golia, you are up.
Do I get any kind of advantage because that one guy is kind of surrounded, or no?
You don't. Not
Okay,
unless
that's-
not unless you move over into a flanking position.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep trying with the jab. Like, I assume this guy is 4 javelins total, so I threw one. I throw another one.
Yeah, he's got 2 more on his body, so now he has 1 more. That's a miss
Oh.
as well.
Does that come back and hit your shield?
These dice are loaded.
Irrigim. This is the point of the evening where I always link to the Roll20 quantum roll mechanics.
I do. I want to see. I want to see what it is right now. I mean,
actually-
theoretically, it should be able to dip every once in a while. Like it's usually like right at 10.5, but it should be able to go in either direction.
Well, to be fair, the dice have been probably pretty even for the evening. It's just I've been rolling really good on the attacks. You guys have gotten hit a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes more than others.
Yeah, and you guys have been getting the lower rolls, so... anyhow, I'm sorry. It is Arigem. I am Arigem tonight.
How many? I'm sorry. How many rounds has it been? We need to maybe track some stuff that lasts a minute.
We're in the 7th
Seventh.
round, so nothing
Okay.
would have...
Okay.
I guess Arigem is going to, with advantage this time, which that's not going to help him any, but he'll try to swing with his sword one more time.
It could help.
Yay!
It does. Hey,
18.
and he'll get his sneak attack in. Let's roll some sneak damage. That's 10 damage total. That is going to be enough to kill Goblin number 1.
Hooray.
All right. Goblin number 3 is dead, so he is not in the order anymore. Red Stoutfist.
Um,
There's just this one guy down by Jarus.
see. See, that's like a tree or something.
That is a tree.
Okay. I don't even know if I would actually be able to see him or not. But
I think you'd be able to see me.
Yeah, you would be able to see him if you could see him. Like, because of the line of sight. It would show right now if you would can
Yeah.
see or not.
all right, well, I'll move, and I will do. I'll drop my hammer, whip out my crossbow, and I still have divine favor.
23 is
I don't
so
have.
that will work.
Why does he have advantage?
I don't think I have advantage.
Oh, you don't have
in this
advantage.
case,
I'm sorry.
so-
21 is a normal. So that
Yep,
is
so 8 total.
Still 8 damage. That'll probably kill it.
8 damage. Does indeed kill goblin number 7 in one of our longest rounds of combat ever. You are free.
It's been an hour.
Yep.
I
It's
did
been
not
less
expect-
than a minute.
Yeah, less than a minute. Only took about an hour. I did not expect that combat to take that long. Figured goblins would die more quickly. You find yourself out of combat.
I'm just gonna sit down and
Pull arrows out of yourself.
yeah. And she's gonna pray a lot.
We need to talk about your shield.
As this goblin is like pierced by the crossbow, Jarvis doesn't notice initially, and frustrated with trying to grab it, he takes to the sword and just starts slashing at it as it crumples onto the ground.
You probably get a couple of hits in on it as it falls. Definitely. Quilgok is going to he's going to be out of combat, and he's going to run over to Deadly Treasure and start checking on him.
Yeah, Aza is going to head toward Hatch and make sure they didn't do anything to him. And go ahead.
Hatch is up here, back in its pen.
And I'll try to drag Galia along with me as I go.
Yeah, she'll take her moment of prayer and then she'll follow along. Still not looking too great, probably really pale and kind of gross and bloody.
Red will just say, "I need a drink."
Oh, we have the jug!
Pull out one of his flasks with the ale in it, not water.
Who has the alchemy
I
jug?
believe Galia
I think
has
it
the
is.
alchemy jug currently in her pack.
Okay. People who are not checking on animals, do you want to loot some bodies?
No.
Not really.
You're just goblins.
And I will say these bodies actually don't really have much on them. Galia, you've picked up a couple of spears. That's the goblin boss has kind of a slightly rusty scimitar with him. Other than that, they're just goblins. You could take one of their war masks if you wanted to.
I did want to, as Jarvis starts to calm down from the rage, kind of lamenting, he's going to just take a moment to stare at the crumpled body on the ground and then remove the war mask from it and just gaze upon its face.
Yeah, and you do that, and these things, because up until this point, you wouldn't have known necessarily that they were goblins. They're the right height for goblins, and they've been making noises, kind of like that. But when you take the mask off, they look exactly like goblins you would have seen back on the main continent. Right? They don't really have any distinguishing features different than that. The masks just make them look a little more fearsome and. But still the classic kind of pointy ears and kind of spiky teeth and all of that kind of thing.
While we're up here, or headed toward the pen and in the pen, Aza's going to say to Galia,
That shield is gonna get you killed.
Well, it has been helpful in the past. It keeps everybody safe, and look, it has a nice sun on it. She points to like her nice painting of the symbol of Lathander on the shield.
Which is now a little more scratched, because you've had so many arrows bouncing off of this shield. Like your painting is all scratched up and not quite as nice as it was just a few minutes ago. Well, like a minute ago.
it's certainly helpful to the rest of us, but it won't be that helpful if you're down on the ground and we have to keep getting you up.
Yeah.
Right. Do other people want to do things? Do we want to take a short rest? Do we want to check the canoes?
Red's just gonna plop down by this fountain or whatever it is.
The fire.
Oh, is that actually going?
There's no, it's mainly just ash and that kind of thing. There's a tent next to you here that's been
Tent. Oh, okay.
that's been trashed.
I see. That was a fountain.
Yeah.
Can I go towards the beach? Or wait, no, shoot, I wouldn't know that the canoes. Wait, did Jars say that the canoes had been damaged?
I didn't
He
know
yelled
that
it.
you were at the time. Oh yeah, I did.
Somebody
We
yelled it.
we all saw it, and I
Okay.
yelled about it from up top because I hadn't seen the goblin before.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Jarvis is going to finally replace the mask after looking at his adversary for a little while, and then walk back toward the group.
Quilgok will have freed Deadly Treasure from his. Again, nothing malicious happened to Deadly Treasure, just tied up, and so he'll kind of be leading him back towards the group, kind of around this way, and he'll point at the canoes. Well, unless someone has a better idea, looks like we might be walking from here. Because it's not just your canoes, but it's also the two rowboats that were there. Those have also been sunk. So,
Well, let me take a look at this, and I'm going to go over to the canoes. And I'm a little bit concerned here because there's the leeches, and I have gill flaps.
Mhm.
So even if I hold my breath, maybe can I keep my flaps shut, possibly? Or do I need to worry about? I mean, the piranhas were in there. The clippers were in the water fine.
you did roll for it, I believe. Well, actually, no, you didn't. You didn't go in the water.
No, it was.
Yeah. I would say. I'll say. What you know? What? Why don't you roll a?
I'm going
Constitution?
to. Okay, we can do it that way. I was going to consult with Quilgok to see if, how the quippers and the other fish, if they have to contend with the leeches.
Yeah. Quilgok would advise you on that. That, I mean, not that I'm aware of, but the leeches, I think they like. I don't know. They like the blood of creatures from land. I'm not sure quite what that means, but you might be fine in the water. I don't know. I just know that I try to avoid it as well. I had them once, and it took quite a while to deal with it. It was not pleasant.
Well, I think I'll give it a shot. Walking through this jungle seems dangerous in and of itself.
If we do a
I have a flesh wound, so maybe I don't want to go in there yet.
If we do a long rest, Red can fix the canoes.
Yeah, are we gonna be maybe?
Well,
I can fix the canoes. I have a carpenter's kit.
well, do we have to go in the water for the canoes? I mean, are they still
they're-
on the beach?
They're sunk, so they're like a tip of it might be, but they've had holes bored into them,
Right.
so that the back ends of them have just sunk, and so you would have to figure out a way to patch those holes enough to be able to continue safely floating.
Yeah.
Can I-
Well, I mean, Red would walk over and, try to start pulling these out of the water onto the beach and look at the holes and.
If these are round holes, this is a super easy fix. I actually have life experience with this. Out of game.
Like, I don't know that I don't know if it's been so much like a board thing as like kind of a spear driven through it kind of thing. Or
Yep.
I don't know, kind of, yeah. I don't know they would be perfectly round, but
Yeah, just punctures, basically.
punctures.
I just head over to start helping pull our canoes out of the water as well.
Yeah.
All right. So is the plan here to take a long rest, fix the canoes with some mending, and continue on the way? Is that kind of...
Yep.
Well, depending on what Jarvis can do too. But,
Yeah.
but Red would say something like,
If there's no
Oh,
need to
yeah,
get in the
these-
water, I won't.
yeah. "These holes aren't too bad. Once I get a chance to rest, and I can prepare a mending, do some mending on it tomorrow. But I think you said you can do something too, Jarvis."
Well, I mean, I can take a crack at it. I got, I don't know. Is my carpet? I've got some carpenter's tools.
All right. Well, why don't you guys take a long rest? And Jarvis, if you kind of during the rest, if you want to,
I'll try fixing them during the rest so that you don't, you're not obligated to use that cantrip for mending.
Do we want to do our watch order the same as it was before?
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
okay.
Are we getting a short rest before the long rest, or I don't know?
A long rest does everything that.
Yeah.
Right,
long
but
rest.
if we're attacked in the night, if we get an hour into the long rest, can we have a short rest?
Yes. Yeah. I will just tell you,
Okay.
you're not going to get attacked tonight,
Okay.
so you can just have a long
Great.
rest.
Okay. What ability score should I use?
Go ahead, and this is probably Dex, I would say, unless you have a better.
I mean, I could
unless you
see
can
it
convince me of
as-
something else.
I mean, Dex actually, I think, makes probably the most sense. Or, yeah. I mean, it could be there. I mean, there's elements of strength, but I think you're letting the tools do most of the hard work, so Dex makes sense.
Yeah. But I will give you advantage because you have skill with this.
All right. I actually don't have skill with this.
Oh,
I
you
just
don't.
picked
Sorry, I
this
thought
up.
it was you just have a
Next
kit.
level, I get skill with this, and then I'll have proficiency.
Well, then
so
no
that's all that
advantage
does.
for you.
Yeah,
Just
it's just
Oh.
a,
Just a straight
normal
roll.
Still
Unless somebody
agree.
wants to help. Does someone want to help me?
I can
mean-
help. Do I have to know something about?
No.
No, it's just the help action.
Sure.
Like you're probably sitting there, kind of analyzing them
Hold the
for your
canoe.
mending spell. Like
Yeah.
just like, okay, let's see what he can do. If not, then I can mend it. Let's just kind of keep. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. 22. Oh yeah. Man, Jarvis knows exactly what to do to fix this. Probably similar to Aza's real world experience with fixing these holes. And yeah,
Oh, that actually should just be a 20.
either way, 2022. I mean, that handily beats the DC I was going to give you for this.
Okay, great.
So yeah, you fix these canoes back up. You are set to go. All right. So
I'm going
you
to, in the night, and at dawn, or specifically at dawn, she's going to start pray to Lathander about whether or not she should get rid of the shield. I'm going to do just for some guidance from him.
fair enough. Let's see. Hatch. I'm moving Hatch over here just to make sure that we've got.
Out of character, I could do an augury for you.
I actually.
Everybody remember that the
Character.
5 extra hit points that we got would evaporate overnight, because it's an 8-hour spell.
All right. So the
We have to
evening
deal with
passes here.
eating and stuff as well, right?
Yeah.
Eating and bug repellent and drinking.
Yeah, make sure you.
We don't have to
make sure
worry
you-
about water, though, I don't think, at this point.
Yeah, now we
No.
have our jug.
So just-
I did reduce my rations by 2 for feeding 1 to Hatch.
Perfect. Yeah, you should be. Yeah, water you shouldn't have to track anymore, but make sure you're tracking your bug repellent. The day is going to, or the night is going to progress. Let's see. We're going to advance the date one more day. And let's see how we are looking. You guys have been traveling now for 17 days.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Today is a pretty reasonable sort of day. And there's kind of a fog that settles in as the day progresses, and it's going to kind of limit your visibility. Are you guys heading back up the river? Is that the plan for the day?
I think we'd probably start heading across toward
Camp
the,
Righteous,
the
Camp
Shield
Vengeance.
Guardian, right?
I think it makes more sense to go to Camp Vengeance, maybe?
It's
Okay,
actually
that's-
closer from
Yeah,
Benton.
but we saw how
I guess you're right, yeah.
these Camp Righteous ended up. How can we know that Camp Vengeance perhaps doesn't have the same amount of bloodshed?
Well, we don't for sure, but one thing I remember somebody saying was that Camp Righteous was just a forward base, whereas Vengeance is established.
We should
Well,
report what happened here.
I'm saying that we should perhaps, at the very least, not ride our canoes right up to it and try to walk up very, very carefully so that if there is any sort of monsters still there, like the goblins.
That's very good forethought, Gally, I agree.
That's always a good idea.
All right, so you guys are going to try to head towards Camp Vengeance first, is kind of the idea.
Yeah,
think so,
the
yeah.
overland distance to Vorn is the same either way we go.
I think it's a little bit... Sorry, I thought it was like one more...
Yeah, it might be
hex.
1 more hex, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
technically faster, but, you know.
Someone
it's safer to go
someone
this
did a
way.
measurement the other day, and it was shorter from Vengeance.
Yeah.
We should go to Vengeance and report what happened here,
Yeah.
In
in case they're not aware.
Probably be a good base camp.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see how well Quilgok guides you for the day.
I will help him.
Excellent. All right. And let's see. All right. All right. Yeah. So you guys, you're moving through this mist, for the day, and the let me do one more thing. Okay. It's pretty slow going here on the river, and as the day progresses, you are going to the river is going to get kind of narrower and narrower, and eventually you are going to kind of grind to a halt as the river kind of bottoms out under you, and Quilgok is going to look around and, well, this doesn't look right. This river should just keep going the whole way to Camp Vengeance. We must have taken a little estuary somewhere in the mist. Missed the main channel.
Oh, well, we can camp for the night at we land here and then head back the baby came, I suppose.
Yeah, he'll nod. That's one way to handle it, I guess.
What time of day is it?
This is kind of getting into evening now.
Yeah, I think we
Yep.
should.
No point in trying to get ourselves lost wandering around at night.
Okay. Yeah, so go ahead. You'll rest for the evening here. And the next morning will dawn. There's nothing happens that night. So be sure to
Mark food off and
mark
stuff.
food off and stuff. Let me do one thing here.
When you're finished, I have a question.
Yes, sir. Okay. Please do.
When Galia suggested we camp, Gorgak said that's one way to handle it. Did he have another suggestion, perhaps?
Well, with it being the end of the day, I think that's probably fine. If you want to roll an insight on it, you could. I mean, or you could, if you ask. Are you asking him about it? Is that kind of the?
Yeah, I'd like
Okay.
to.
Yeah.
So,
He's going to. Well, the problem with that is if we've gone most of the day out of our way and into the jungle, we could follow this back out, but all of these little branching streams, they're all gonna look the same, and there's no way necessarily to know that we're headed the right direction back.
oh, there's downstream.
Well, unfortunately, like once you get in here, it gets really still, so like trying to find where the current is headed is really difficult. Like these are kind of more stagnant, calm sorts of waters at this point. Kind of like, I think more swampy at this point than like flowing. So like trying to find your way through it is, it's kind of almost kind of a maze in here. Like even if you think you have the current, like it could lead you kind of the wrong direction again.
Okay.
So that's kind of what he's worried about. Yeah.
Well, you're the guide, so
What sorts of sea life or just aquatic creatures are around here?
You are seeing stuff more like you're seeing a lot of crocodiles, that sort of thing. You're seeing quippers. You're seeing just general kinds of frogs, amphibians, more that kind of stuff.
Okay.
All right. Let's see how we do here. It's going to be a pretty reasonable morning. Very hot, very calm. No wind on the breeze. Galia is sweating pretty heavily.
There's the sulfur smell.
Gorgak, is there a volcano around here somewhere?
I mean, there's one in the peaks of flame.
Wait, okay, I didn't notice. I'm out looking for an alligator, I think. Is it alligators or crocodiles?
It's more crocodiles here.
Yeah, I'm looking for a crocodile.
They're around. They're definitely around.
I'm going to approach one and just, not really a conversation, just be like, "Hey, friend, need some help finding my way back to the main river." You can do that. Come with me.
I think it's gonna kind of look at you and just kind of slide into the water. Like, I don't think it wants to help particularly.
But it does have an extreme affinity for my people.
It does. That's why I did not try to attack you. Um,
Can I roll something, maybe?
you know what? You can roll an animal handling for me, and let's see how well this thing does.
Yeah.
That's fair.
A 9.
A 9. Like, I mean, I don't think this thing is like, it's not ignoring you or whatever. It might kind of, get out and kind of like point you in the first, but it's not like going to go traveling with you or whatever. And it can't, it cannot talk.
All right, man. Yeah, no, I can't resist. I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, no,
crocodiles speak crocodiles.
All right.
I'll head back to the party.
So, you are going to continue into the jungle, and this rain is going to begin in the early afternoon.
Are we backtracking, trying to find our way downstream?
Yeah, that's what Quilgok is working on here. And eventually, you're going to come to an area that you had not passed the day before, where there is a pretty massive waterfall. And the way the jungle is kind of laid out here, you're going to have to go inland a little bit to kind of portage around to get down this, or up, I guess I should say, this waterfall, because you actually have to hike up because it's kind of flowing.
Right,
yeah. So grabbing the canoes, you all begin hiking into the jungle. Is kind of what you got at this point.
Can I start like reaching out and seeing if I feel anything evil within 60 feet?
Yeah, you absolutely can do that.
Okay, and it's just part of my divine sense, so I'm just gonna start. Ooh. Is there anything evil in 60 feet? A fiend, celestial, or undead?
Currently there is nothing within 60 feet of you. And you're not sensing anything here as you're traveling of those natures. As kind of this rain hits in the afternoon, it is going to get harder and harder. And as you're hiking your canoes, kind of you end up going through this kind of almost like a little rocky gorge that kind of leads its way around the edge of where this up towards this waterfall. And one of the cliffs to your side is going to give way under the onslaught of rain. Yeah, and behind you, as you were entering this area, tons of wet earth and rock are going to crash down behind you. And it's going to seal the way off. What I'm going to say...
Wonderful.
Yeah, what I'm going to say is because of the way you all were traveling, I think Aragam was traveling a little bit behind you all. And he is on the other side of this... this landfall. You are now Aragamless.
How wide is the landslide?
The landslide at this point, it is enough to kind of fill in this whole area, and it is very tall and wet, and slippery, and would be pretty impossible to climb. The walls around you are pretty full and hard as well. They would be in this rain. It would be almost impossible to climb up them.
We couldn't throw a rope over the other end of it and drag him across.
It seems unlikely.
Jairus yells out to Az as she recommends this. What? I can't hear you with all this rain. Where'd Aaron go?
Val.
He's
Harry!
He's stuck on the other side of this landslide.
Can we hear Arrogant like yelling at all?
Yeah, you would kind of be able to hear Aragam kind of yelling quiet, like it would be kind of quiet and it's
Drowned out a bit.
There's drowned out a little bit. I think you can probably hear him yelling something kind of just like, you know, don't go too far kind of thing. I'll look and try to find a way to you guys, or you might hear something kind of like that. But
Be safe, Harry.
Yes, try to be safe. If you can't find a way to us, then go towards the camp if you can find it. And I will pray for you.
Under his breath, Arrogant's
It's
just
a nice
like,
touch.
Great. I've got someone's prayers. That's gonna help me.
That is anybody's.
That's Lathander. Lathander's looking out for me. That's why this whole cave-in happened. Lathander's. You just hear him like, you know, quietly. Just start to, you know, as he gets further away, he just gets quieter.
I like it.
I don't know if he wants to play his character that way.
How wide is the little or crevasse that we're moving through?
Yeah, so let's talk about this. So the cliffs are about 60 feet high on either side of you. There is the mudslide has kind of blocked the southernmost part of it. Water is kind of churning over the rocks and spilling down. It's almost kind of like there's almost a little river that has kind of found its way there. And walking into this area, it let me see here. Hold on one moment. I'm looking something up. Making sure I tell you the right information. It's going to open up about I don't know, about 1,500 feet in front of you. So you're kind of in this little canyon for a little ways.
Well, I guess we should just keep hiking and try to get back to the river.
Can we just... I think that we should be very careful and try to keep an eye out in case there is something evil. I am not feeling something evil, but there probably is something evil here, so...
Yeah, we should keep an eye out. This is a good place for an ambush.
Can we maybe like move our movement speed to the careful or slow or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're kind of moving at this this slower pace into this area.
Okay.
All right. Aza is going to be I'm sorry, not Aza. Quilgok will be kind of in the lead here, leading you forward into this valley. And as he does, he's going to kind of give a cry as a flash of lightning kind of lights up the valley in front of you, or the area in front of you. There's going to be this flash of lightning that just kind of this terrible sight you see. There's a tree kind of silhouetted against the night sky with lightning behind it, and there are 3 soldiers hanging upside down from this tree. The flesh on their bodies is desiccated, and their limbs are bound up with vines. They look like they have been dead for a very long time, but the armor that they are wearing and their clothing look pretty much untarnished with age. They're pretty fresh armor. No rust, nothing like that on it.
Why do you Earth folk do this to each other?
Can I
Rough way to
can
go.
I look around and see if there's anything about them?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigation check if you want to.
Or can I look at can I look at the plant? Can I see if that's like an evil plant?
Yeah, give me a nature check then.
I want to see if it's an evil plant. Is the plant evil?
So you're not noticing like that the plant is evil, but you are noticing that there is something kind of weird about what is going on with like these vines that are wrapped around these people. Specifically what you're seeing is like the undergrowth near this tree is very oddly disturbed. Like every leaf, every little creeper that is there, all of the stalks of just everything that is growing, it's all bending towards the corpses. Like almost like it's kind of like grasping at them.
Kvilgok, can you come look at this? Because this does not seem very good, and I do not trust this. And she'll start like.
Any other way around?
Quilgok is going to kind of look at them and I've never seen anything like that. And he'll look around. I haven't been in this exact spot of the jungle before. I don't know if there's the way behind us is not a good way to get out of here. We can press forward and see if there's something in front of us, or we can stop here. And he'll look at the tree. I don't like the look of what's going on with those bodies. I don't want to meet whatever did that.
Could we give them a proper burial, or at least some sort of ceremony for their souls?
Yeah, you sure could.
So
I don't think we need to worry about their souls, Gallia. Not now. Soulmonger, you recall?
Well, you always have to worry about the soul, because even if it is going somewhere that is dark, it will someday end up in the light. So I must pray now.
The plant that these guys are hanging from, is it the same kind of plant that is everywhere else around here, or is there something unique about it?
Yeah, I mean, this is all standard jungle plants and trees around here. Like this is a kind of just a normal, large jungle tree, right? Typical inanimate plant stuff.
All right, Gallia, I'll help you take him down.
Yeah. And do we recognize any? Like, do they have the same kind of look as those paladins from before?
They do not look like the paladins. In fact, they are wearing little cloak pins. Like as you take the bodies down, you see these pins on them. And Quilgok will identify those as marks of the Flaming Fist mercenaries out of the fort.
If we take those, maybe they could count for like that mark, that we were kind of supposed to pay for. Don't we at least take some of the stuff?
Well, I don't know if that'll help, but I mean, it might be nice to let if we bump into them, let them know that we ran into some people.
Yeah. I mean, they still have their backpacks. They still have everything. There's nothing missing off of them, right? But their bodies have just been completely drained of like any moisture from inside their body, and there's like these ragged puncture wounds that are obviously the killing blow on them as you deal with their corpses.
Are the vines thorny? Can we tell if it was done by?
It doesn't look like there's any thorns or anything like that necessarily.
Can I look through some of their bags? Maybe if there's something to identify who they are.
Oh.
Who, if a deity they believe in, probably is standard.
Yeah. Looking through.
Red would say, check for food and water too, because they're not going to need it anymore.
There is in their packs. There's enough kind of general stuff in there that you could basically put together a whole explorer's pack. So like that would include some food and like rope and all of the stuff that you would have in an explorer's pack. There's basically enough things between them for that. You also find a total of 48 gold pieces between them. And there is also a potion of healing. And then there is also a note that was in the pocket of one of them. And it's kind of blood-covered. And this is what the note would say as you pull it out. And look like.
Golly will read it aloud and then just be like, who is this Blaze Liara Portier? She'll look at Kulgok and kind of hope he recognizes the name.
Kulgok will... Liara Portier is the commander at Fort Belurian. This must be one of her patrols that she sent out.
Kulgok, can you remind me of Village Warthak? Where's that? What's that? Who lives there?
He's going to shake his head. I don't know anything about it.
Huh.
Could this writer possibly be the wizard that the prince had spoken of with the shield golem?
That's a good thought, Golly. It could be.
What, Vorp
She'll-
or Vorn?
She'll pull it up, put it away, and then start praying, giving them the ceremony of Lathander, the short version. I don't.
Okay.
I don't have tea.
Okay. Just double checking. Yeah, Kulgok seems kind of at a loss with this. He does not know what is going on here.
Well, Gallia, this may not be the most appropriate time, but I've been wondering, where are you from?
Oh, yes, I am from this very, very little village right north of Waterdeep. It's on Thunder Ridge is what we normally call it, because it has a lot of thunderstorms typically. And I was raised by the Church of Lathander there. I was left there as a child, and they raised me to be a symbol of his forgiving light, that all creatures, big and small, can be forgiven.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry that you maybe didn't know your parents, but it didn't sound like you had a bad upbringing, and seems like you're pretty happy.
Well, it was in the light of Lathander, and so in that way, I must be happy. But it was, and she's trying to dance around the idea, like the whole thing of her heritage, and so she's like, I had very different hair compared to the rest of the kids, and so
Your hair?
yes.
How is your hair different? I mean, it looked like I'm trying. She has her hood up all the time, right?
Yeah, but she has like some braids that peek out from
Okay. I'm gonna try to peer into her hood and at the braids, and ask her what's so strange about your hair? Is it just different color?
Yes, it's a different color and a different texture, and so
Texture?
Yes, it's very straight. Yes, it's very straight, and so that's why they all had the curly blonde hair, and so they decided that I obviously was not from the village, and so that meant that I was some outcast and not of the noblest of blood, and but I have been raised in the holy light of Lathander, and anything about my parentage is forgiven because my parentage is good. And not
Well,
bad.
wait.
Are we dead?
Not yet.
Forgiven? What's there to forget? I mean,
So,
I guess
Firefox
I guess
crashed
forgive your
again.
parents for abandoning you, but
Just after you said 48 gold.
why do
So
you
I
need
don't
to
know
be?
what the
I
loot
I
was,
don't understand what you're talking about, Gally.
or what we concluded from the bodies.
It is fine. There is nothing. Well, I always need to be striving towards forgiveness in the light of Lathander, and in that way, I must always show that he will redeem anything about anybody, and in that way, I am always holy and always in the light.
Well, I mean, I haven't noticed anything about you that requires redemption, but I guess I don't know you that well.
Well, I appreciate that. It is very nice of you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, I think
And I didn't notice anything about her hair, but I do want to just do a quick 15.
You would have to be pretty good.
What impression do I have? I don't know who should answer that, but I'm just
I mean,
wondering.
Golly, with a 15, I mean, you rolled a 22 on deception. What is he kind of? Is he noticing anything? Like, what are you?
She was trying to lie about the hair thing, and so he believed that.
He totally fell for the hair stuff.
He might think it's a little. She did talk in circles a little bit about the redemption and the light thing, so he might think that's a little bit weird, and so he probably is going to be like,
Perfect.
maybe she isn't as strong in her doctrine as she thought she was. And I don't know, maybe he could get the false impression that maybe she's just posing as some kind of paladin, and she is really just.
I don't think he would get that far, just an insight on a.
Yeah.
I think he's wondering why she's so concerned with redemption.
Yeah, probably.
That's about it.
Quilgok is going to, like, once the bodies are buried or taken care of here, he's going to be looking kind of pretty nervous. Do you think we should leave the canoes here as we head into this area and see what? I'd hate for us to be carrying them if something is around.
Well, Quilgok, you're the expert. If you think we should leave them, I'm willing to do so.
He'll think, let's take them just a little bit further. Just see what this jungle opens up into, if it opens up into anything.
Would the canoes allow us some cover?
He'll nod, yeah, possibly. T, do you have everybody else back, by the way?
I do, yes.
Does everybody have
I
T?
do too.
Okay, great. Yeah, he'll nod. It could give us some cover, especially some of you little guys.
If we make it back to the river or some other body of water, we'll want to have them with us.
Yeah, he will nod. I don't plan on losing them. Just I'd hate for them to be in our way. But let's keep going forward a little bit. And he'll kind of strike off into the jungle again. I'm assuming everybody kind of follows after.
Yes,
Yeah.
carefully.
Yeah, all of you are moving pretty slow and carefully here. You're gonna travel through the jungle just a little bit longer, and eventually the jungle is going to kind of part in front of you and open out to reveal a large hourglass-shaped lake in front of you. There's two waterfalls that crash into the furthest pool of it, which is kind of cradled in between two rocky cliffs. Close to you, there's kind of a shoreline with these oozy mud banks of where the ponds, the pools come in, and also the water has softened it up. And there's also a couple of small freshwater ponds here near this lake. And it kind of opens up into a trail almost at this point, which splits into two paths. One to the east and you can see a little bit of smoke coiling into the sky occasionally from that direction. And there's you can see hidden in amongst the trees, there's kind of a blaze of, it could be fire, perhaps, coming from that direction, hidden behind the trees. And to the west, you can see there's another trail that kind of winds its way through over to a hut that is built on stilts that kind of sits out over the lake. And I have a map for you guys that I am going to pull you to. Welcome
Ooh, this is pretty.
to the valley.
I love it.
So you are... I'm on the wrong tool. You are here currently. And what I'm going to do, we'll give you a token on the map.
Ooh, thank you.
Kind of show where you are as a party. There you go, and you can also have it as a handout if you would like it.
So this denotes the landslide that happened?
Correct. Yep. That is kind of the area you came from. You are going to see here, as well, over, kind of standing near the edge of this lake. You are going to see some human figures standing here. Yeah. There are 4 of them standing by this lake. And as you emerge from the jungle, they are going to turn and approach you. Let me add them to your map here shortly. Give me one moment.
Golly will very cautiously hold up her shield and just kind of peek over it at them.
You sure you want to hold that up? hold it away from you?
Yeah.
Alright, here's who we got.
Oh, I like her.
So are we actually seeing like a burning village, or is that...
Yes, you are. Let's see. Am I grabbing the right ones?
Oh my gosh, it's just another party out here.
It's mirrors of ourselves!
Yeah.
Alright, so these
One of
are
them's a necromancer instead of a paladin.
these are the 4 who approach towards
Oh,
you.
it's a tiefling.
This guy is going to kind of step forward here. You can see him. He also, you're gonna instantly spot the little flaming fist pin on his uniform. He's going to step forward. He's going to kind of formally salute at you, and he's going to say, the name is Lusker. These are my men. What brings you here into this valley?
Well, howdy, Lusker. We're on our way to into the jungle of Fort Vengeance, and we
Anybody want to be the spokesperson?
landed to get around the waterfall, and we're trying to find our way back to the river, but it seems that we're just getting deeper into the jungle.
Well, you've found a part of the jungle that seems pretty inhospitable. He's going to kind of point over his shoulder. This is Coram, Bax, and Billy. There were 8 of us when we started out here. Now there's just the 4.
Well, I'm Jairus, this is Red, Azza, and Gallia.
Yeah, we.
And there were 5 of us when we started, and now we're down to 4.
We saw some flaming fists hanging from trees a while back. Is that your people?
He is going to look kind of shocked at that. There was a battle, and we got separated.
What were you fighting against?
He's going to look. He's going to look kind of spooked. I don't actually know what we were fighting against. It was like the jungle itself came at us.
Jungle itself.
How long ago was this?
Yeah, he's going to. It hasn't been that long. It was just earlier. Hold on 1 second, so I make sure I'm not telling you the wrong thing.
Okay, yay.
Welcome back, Tetsu.
Hey.
Wait, is that a tiefling?
No. Of course not.
Yeah, the gig is up.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, does Detect Good and Evil start going off?
No, it didn't. She didn't have. It wore off by then.
Okay.
She probably sees it, and she's kind of like the moment where it's like the.
It is definitely very much a tiefling, and she is not hiding it at all.
And Golly is just gonna kind of pull the hood up, like, oh, there's a lot of rain.
Red put his hand up.
Yeah.
It's not even raining.
He's going to say, well, it was earlier.
I guess he's dreaming.
Yeah, earlier today, before this storm started, we raided the village to try to rescue anyone from the bandits who were there. Yeah, I don't know. We all got separated, and it was pretty crazy.
Is that how the village got set on fire?
Yeah, he's gonna nod. Yeah. We fought a battle there against the bandits. There was a lantern that got toppled, and some of the huts caught on fire. The villagers all kind of fled into the jungle, but yeah.
So what do you think? We need to try to help some of these villages, or?
I'm not as worried about the villagers. I'm looking for this rider who the bandits captured. He wasn't there.
Wait, you are not worried about the innocents who also have souls and also have light in them?
He's gonna turn, ma'am. Let me tell you, the villagers are better equipped to handle anything that's going on here than we are. Right now, I just want to find my men, and I want to find the person I'm here on a mission to find.
Well, there might be one more of your men out there. We've only seen 3 bodies.
We should go look at those bodies, see who it is. He's going to nod at the others. The others, let me tell you a little bit about them. So, 3 of them are human, right? Luskar is human. He's obviously the leader of the group. Corum is this guy here. He is. Pay no attention to the picture showing him with.
Is not half orc?
He is not half orc. But this guy is kind of a big, strong kind of looking guy. Bax over here is the human who looks kind of like a hunter. She's carrying a pretty spiffy looking crossbow, and she's just going to kind of nod when it's time to go into the forest. And like, yeah, we're gonna go check out the bodies. see who they are.
Actually, I just did want to quickly do an insight check on Lusker, just to see if he's like telling the truth or hiding anything.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, just 6.
Yeah, you're not catching anything off of him. So far he's been... Like, he has not asked you about, like, an explorer's permit or anything yet, which is probably a good sign as well. Quilgok will... Well, they're just down the road that way a little bit. They are buried. We took a few minutes to give them some rights.
Yes, I
We did.
pray for them.
We did take some pendant or something off them. I don't know if they're identified.
Yeah, he would... I could take a look at them and see if I can figure out who they belong to.
I don't know who took them. But...
Yeah, who has the flaming fist? Did anybody take those off the corpses specifically?
I don't think we specified.
Okay.
I have them. I'll give them to him.
Okay. Yeah. He'll look at them, and they have some markings on them that he is able to decipher, and he's going to hand them over to Villy, who just kind of nods. And she's going to say that's Barthik, Mela, and Gangwilt. So that's, I guess, 3 of them dead. He'll nod. Well, at least Fergo is still out there, but who knows where he is.
Golly is probably doing the thing right now where, like, a lot of tall people that just kind of hunch, and she's trying to make her 6'5" feel more 5'5". That's probably just trying. Basically, her whole thing is she's trying to not get noticed by the other two.
Yeah, they'll nod. Well, I guess we need to keep exploring this valley and searching for this Volo character.
Volo?
Mola.
The writer. He's some kind of writer. He writes books about creatures in the jungles, and I guess he has some wealthy benefactors that would like to get him back.
Never heard of him.
Follow, like the guy who draws the pictures and puts them in the thing. Oh.
Exactly. Meta, yes, that's exactly who they're talking about. Volo from the guide.
Yes.
Follows Guide to Monsters.
I want to find him now. Let's go find him. I want to meet him. He's the one who gave us the train.
Lusker is going to. Well, we've explored that direction, so I guess we will. We haven't been over to the hut over there on the lake yet. I guess we're headed that way to see who we can find next. You're welcome to tag along with us. This seems like a dangerous part of the country. Or, if not, best of luck to you.
What do y'all think? Should we stick with him?
I think that we are fine.
Asa would ask them how they got into this valley. Did they come in the same way we did?
Yeah, they did actually. And so he would say, yeah, we came in from the south through a canyon.
That's against Gallia.
What should I roll against that for?
Gallia, you feeling alright?
There is just a lot of evil around here, and it's making me not so feel good.
Yeah,
performance.
deception's better. Even better. Check. I mean, it ties, so I mean,
You can give it to
that
Jars.
means that I know that she's fibbing.
yep. Yep, you can tell that there is something going on that's not quite right with her.
Hell yeah. You don't need to lie to me.
Who would think that I would be lying? Because there is obviously this person over here, and she'll motion to
What was-
the other tiefling, and just be like, they are of the demonic heritage, and in that way, yeah, there is. She's basically kind of trash talking Billy a little bit.
Yeah, Villy is going to overhear you. I mean, like, she's right there. And she's gonna like kind of take a step closer. What is this?
Oh no.
What is this demonic heritage that you are speaking of? What is it against
Oh,
tieflings?
Why Earthfolk gotta keep fighting with each other?
Golly will hold up her symbol of Lathander and just be like, it is just that there is evil in your blood, and so you're predisposed to it. And
She is going to take a step closer to you as you say that, and kind of like get like not quite right in your face, but she's like just like trying to stand up to your height because she's about the same height as you, and she is going to just kind of there is nothing evil in my blood. I am my own person. There is nothing evil in being a tiefling. And those who say so are misguided.
all that I'm saying is that in tiefling blood there is demon, and demons are not good.
Once that may have been true. There may have been many centuries ago, there may have been demon heritage that spawned us. But there is no demon left in any of us. We... she'll just shake her head. We are just like the rest of you. And if your god, and she'll kind of like take her finger and like poke it at your symbol of Lathander, like whatever. Like, do you have one hanging around your neck, or like do you have one on your arm, or like where do you have?
Both places.
Okay,
She has the amulet and the.
Yeah,
Pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
probably just like if there's one painted on your armor, like she's gonna like tap it against that. If your god is not big enough to accept all people, despite things that we had no control of centuries ago, then your god is worthless to me, and she will spit on the ground.
Wait, I did not say that exactly. Because Lathander does forgive all, and he will help you work towards redemption. It's just that tieflings must work especially hard towards that redemption.
She's gonna step back. I have nothing to repent of. I have done nothing wrong, and there is nothing for your god to forgive me for. And she's just going to like spin around and like, Coram, Bax, Lusker, let's go. These are not worth our time.
No, wait, wait. Do not think that my sins and perhaps the way that I offended you is a reflection on the rest of my friends, because they do not believe in Lathander as passionately as I do. And so, if it offends you so much to be near me, then I will stay at the back away, and that way my prayers will not offend.
She'll turn around. Very well, I accept your apology. And she'll kind of say apology with this kind of dripping sarcasm on it, because it's like not quite like you apologize for what you said, just more that you offended her. Right? And like,
Yeah, like, sorry that you got offended by what I said,
Yeah.
but not sorry that I said it.
she will. So she kind of has like some sarcasm on the edge of that, and she will say, just as you have snapped to a judgment about me, I will not judge all of your friends in the same way. But perhaps in the future, if you wish to make friends, you should not lead with hatred.
Well, and then she'll like make that exact noise, and then just kind of shut up.
And she'll just kind of stalk off. Obviously, still a little bit offended, but she's not going to. Bax will step over. I apologize for Lily. She is hot-blooded sometimes when people question her race. Tieflings are not the most common sight, especially in these lands, and there are those who... well... And she'll just kind of trail off. She doesn't quite know what to say. And Lusker will say to his group, we need to move. And he'll look at everyone. Are you coming with us, or...
Well, I think we all need to be putting aside any differences right now because...
Stronger together.
Yes. We need to find a way out of here. And you guys probably do too, because there was an avalanche back in the entrance here, so who knows how we're getting out of here.
He'll nod. Yeah, if we can't get out that way, we'll have to see if there's another way that we can get out of this place. All right, let's go. And the Flaming Fist will begin marching out.
So unlike normal, I'll be at the very, 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 very back of the group.
Okay.
Bringing up the rear.
All right. They're going to head over towards this hut. Again, it's a few 1,500 feet in that direction, kind of through. Again, there's kind of a path, a little bit of a kind of a dirt path that leads through the jungle here, and you're going to see that as you get closer, this hut looks like it definitely is something that would belong to a fisherman. There's nets spread out over kind of this pier that juts out. There are a couple of canoes that are upturned and resting on the shore here. And the inside of this hut looks very, very dark.
Like, undark vision-y dark?
No, just like there's no fire, there's no light inside, anything like that.
There was nobody out on the water.
No, there's not anyone out on the water.
What
Charis,
time of day is it?
okay, so as you come in, it was really late afternoon, with kind of darkened over from the clouds. At this point, you have moved into kind of twilight. At this point,
Okay.
and
Ace is kind of hanging back with Gallia, so whoever's up front.
Velian would be right up front, as far away, like almost kind of like stomping ahead. Bax is kind of also leading the way. She's kind of more of a hunter type character, so she's kind of scouting out and making sure that things are safe as you all move forward. As you get to the hut, Lusker and Bax would kind of do a little bit of that, hand signals, like eyes look, kind of, like they scout out the place and then go into the hut. And a couple of minutes later, you would hear a voice kind of booming out from inside. Ah, yes, excellent. I was about to escape on my own, but I'm quite glad to see you. Excellent. And stepping out of the hut, you are going to see a human man with a odd mustaches that turn up, and let's see here. He's going to.
I love him.
He is dressed, really not dressed at all for the jungle. And his stuff is kind of stained and ratty at this point. Like, he has had a few hard days at this point, or several hard days, as the case may be. And stepping out, he will see everyone. Ah, yes, excellent, everyone. Good to see you. Volo is the name. Volothap Gadam. At your pleasure.
Nice to meet you. You said you had a way to escape?
What? Oh, well, to escape. And Lusgar is going to kind of step out. He was tied up and gagged in there. I think the bandits left him here before they went to the village. But I was about to get out of my shackles. It was no problem at all. You came just before I was about to engage in my daring escape, I must say.
Wait.
Could you just describe that escape strategy to us?
Of course.
Everyone wants to roll to see if he's full of shit.
Let's see if he's got a performance check.
It's gotta be a 22.
Oh, he has a performance check. Let's see what he rolls. That's a 20.
Ooh.
So he is putting on a good show. Galia is seeing through this, but nobody else is. Like, he's like, well, you see, I had been working on the ropes that had tied up my wrists, and they were partway worn out. I was just working on them a little bit more. Once I had those free, I could untie my other appendages and free my mouth, at which point, of course, all would have been well. Then it would just have been a matter of hiking through the jungle to a point of safety and recovering myself. Yes.
Right, and I'm a tiefling.
Joris just like applauds.
Hiking through the jungle all on your own. That's a pretty good trick.
Roll me a deception check, Galia.
Oh shit. Oh not have said that exactly.
Man, all of the checks.
He's just going to kind of look up at you. Well, of course you're a tiefling. Very loudly. Of course you're a tiefling.
Wait.
Does anybody think that you're not?
I think Golly just kind of like goes super wide-eyed and is just like,
He's going to say that sulfur smell alone. That would be enough to tell anyone that you're a tiefling.
Is
that what that
that's the
is?
smell of dinosaur.
that's the volcano around. It's the volcano ash that is doing that.
Beely is going to whip around. You're a tiefling? She's going to walk back over to you.
You're a tiefling?
No. I am human.
She's going to just eye you up and down hard. Just incredibly, incredibly hard. I'm going to give her advantage on this check. Because... I mean, that's a 16. Unless you want to roll to contest it at this point.
I want to try.
Okay, please do.
What do I contest it with?
You're gonna do a deception check. She is going to. What are your tiefling characteristics, Galia? Do you have horns? Do you what are the things that you have? Do you have a tail? I'm trying to remember what you had set up.
Yes, horns and the acid body, sweat and tears, and then she always wears gloves, but she has like super, super hideous monster hands.
Yeah, so she's going to kind of point at your hair, which you've kind of styled in a way to like hide the horns, and like she's gonna, yeah. Exactly. Like, she's going to reach up and just kind of like grab your head. And she's just going to say, "I thought so." And she's going to shake her head. You... She doesn't even know what to say. She just like anger on her face. I do not even know. And she is just going to turn around and like walk away.
That was a pretty good speech back there for being a tiefling.
I am not a tiefling. Well, I am... She's really trying to hold on to this. And she's almost about... She probably has some of the acid tears with the sulfur start appearing. I am not a tiefling. I'm just a human who is trying to get to the redemption of Lathander.
From across the way, Billy is going to just yell, "You're a demon! You must atone for your sins!"
Yeah, now it's like the full tears, and she
Now,
starts
hold on.
crying.
Hold on a
so
minute.
hard.
Didn't Billy just say the demons were hundreds of years ago?
I think Vili is kind of doing this like
That was sarcasm,
like
I think.
sarcasm mocking, like she's angry that this is like the thing that Galia threw at her just, a few minutes ago. And
Yeah. Dahlia's just gonna start crying, and then, I think she's probably gonna do something really stupid, like run off into the jungle.
Oh crap.
Like, at
Is
least
it-
not just away, probably following down the path more, just to get away from the group.
which direction down the path? Like north or back, kind of like where you came from?
That way.
Okay.
North. Just
Aza's-
away from everybody.
Aza will chase her. But
Jarvis,
Aza's 5 lowers.
Kind of like is like flabbergasted for a moment, which gives Galia a chance to really make some distance. But once he realizes that she's like not stopping, he'll start to follow after Aza as well.
How far do you run, Galia? Like, are you just going, or are you just like...
Yeah, I'm just gonna go until a monster pops out and stops me.
That seems like a
That could be a while.
strategy with some flaws in it.
like no monster is going to pop out and stop you for a while. Like,
He's gonna make some laps.
Or maybe something will trip her and she'll fall. Because it's probably not very good terrain for
yeah, like
fleeing.
it is not good. Why don't you roll an athletics check and see like how well you are able to kind of make it through.
Okay. Do you want me to roll that with disadvantage since I'm emotional?
I want you to roll it both because of the emotionality and because of how wet and slippery everything is.
So super disadvantage.
That's a 6. You're not gonna get too far before you just kind of like slip and slide in the mud and just kind of take a tumble, and like Aza and whoever else is chasing after her would be able to catch up.
Then she's just gonna kind of sit in the mud and cry.
Acid tears in the mud.
Yeah. Acid tears in the mud. It's probably the hood, honestly. With the fall, the hood came off, and so now you guys can see it's just like nice little like ram horns on like right there.
She is basically the party's Boromir.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
Yep. Red will have
Ace-
gone too. So
Aza will come up to her and say, "Why were you trying to hide this from us?"
It's because I am a demon. It's my core. And so I didn't want you to think that all of the servants of Lathander are damned and so filled with the darkness. And so by showing that I was a human, you would truly see the light instead of being hidden by my evil.
Well, you saw how all of us reacted to Vili. We treat people the way that they deserve to be treated by how they're acting. Doesn't matter who their great-grandparents were.
But it does for me because of the redemption that I'm trying to bring to myself and to everybody. That as the Morning Lord, the Dawn Greeters above me had said that if a demon is the one that brings the light, then it is not really light. It is a warped misconception of the light, and in that I could not bring you all to the light as a demon.
Well, if Lathander chose you, he had a reason.
Yes, but as my teachers had taught me, I have to hide it from everybody, and so that way I can bring the light to people as unbiased as possible.
Your teachers taught you to hide your heritage?
Yes, because I'm a demon.
I think you need to
What?
consider who your teachers were.
No, wait just a minute. Dawn Greeter even was very kind to me. He made sure that I only stayed in the church and that I never went outside so that the children could throw the rocks at me again. And they made sure that I was separate and that
What? Why are people throwing rocks at you?
because of Niece, and she'll point to the horns.
Earth folk.
I love how Jairus every time.
Jairus has
Every
no
time.
use.
Every time. Oh.
Look, the reality of the situation is, we're out here in the middle of this jungle. I don't give a crap if you have horns or purple skin or spiky teeth or whatever. You're a member of the party, and you've done nothing so far to suggest any evil or anything. As far as I'm concerned, the greater miracle is that even being a tiefling, you're still a outstanding member of Lathander, regardless.
Oh.
Azo just walk over and wrap her arms as far around the giant lady as she can get them.
With the heavy bulky plate armor. Oh. Now it's more the happy tears.
Yes,
Thank you.
you're pitting your armor. You should stop crying.
Now let's find a way out of this valley.
Yes, let us venture forward and redeem those people that died in the village. She'll stand up and then she'll just kind of start walking again, but then be like, wait, do we go that way?
I think you came from that way.
So, which way?
South.
I think we need to find a place to hold up for the night.
Yes, we shouldn't be wandering around in the dark.
Or in the
So-
rain.
This is probably just an artist who is bad at geography, but there is an awful lot of water going into this pool and none going out anywhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
I was
there's
wondering about that too.
a cave down there that might drain to a river somewhere, or if this is just something we should let go.
Let it go. It's fantasy world.
Okay.
All right.
It's magical lake.
Can we
It
go?
every once in a while it floods up this way.
Definitely does occasionally flood up that way.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Can I get rid of it? Yeah, I can. Here we go.
Yeah, it definitely would. It would flood that way, and it looks like it might even flood back up the valley a little bit too, if it gets high enough. I guess that's probably what that etched area would do.
Can we go maybe head back to the fishing hut to do a rest for the night, and then we can continue on in the morning?
Makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like, there would not be enough room in the hut for everyone, probably. but you could set up kind of a camp near it if you wanted to. I think the Flaming Fist would be there as well still, and seeing you come back, I believe we will set up. Or sorry, that's Vili. Lusker would. I think we're going to set up a camp here. He'll look around. If you all want the hut, we'll take out by the fire.
I will keep watch for most of the night. I need to spend some time in prayer. And I would like to, basically only take a short rest. So she'll sleep enough that she's not exhausted the next day, but other than that, she just wants to spend the day in prayer, the night in prayer.
So,
I'll watch with you. You shouldn't be alone.
Well, I imagine that, she'll basically she'll stay almost the whole night, and then just everybody else will take watches with her. So they can still get long rests and whatnot.
So as the Flaming Fist are setting up their campsite here, kind of outside this fishing hut, everyone roll me some perception. Galia and Red, you're going to see some movement in the jungle nearby, and it's pretty easy to see that it looks like a person in the jungle, just kind of watching all of you.
Hello? Who are you? We are friendly, and we will not hurt you, despite what I look like. We are nice.
Kind of the shape kind of darts behind a tree as soon as you kind of address it.
I'll go get Lusker.
I'm gonna slowly walk towards it.
Okay.
Very slowly. Eclipse up, dawn rise in the other hand.
Lusker's kind of tending to trying to get a fire started in this rain. They've kind of built, trying to build it in a direction that's kind of out of the way of some of the weather, maybe under a little higher up canopy, so that maybe the rain isn't hitting it directly, and they've kind of got a little something started.
I should have said to Galia, don't go anywhere, but I didn't.
So approaching him, he'll look up. Yeah.
We got company.
He'll stand up and nod to the others, and they'll kind of start, just kind of get weapons at the ready, kind of thing. Galia, as you approach, you're with a 23. I mean, what I'm going to say is you're kind of aware, this, whoever it is kind of hanging out behind this tree. They're trying not to move, but you saw exactly where they were. So, are you trying to be stealthy as you approach, or just careful, or what are you trying to do?
Just kind of careful, and then she'll call out again. We have plenty of room if you are scared or if you are not bad. And so I will carefully listen to any problems that you have. And she'll kind of put out the detect evil and good, the divine sense, and then tell if this is something.
Okay. You are not getting any evil or anything like that off of this.
Okay.
And roll me a persuasion check real quick.
Okay. Am I good at persuasion? I forgot if I made myself good at persuasion on this here.
You can get room in the crowd.
Nope.
I'm going to give you advantage on it because of, just because of situation here.
Oh.
All right. This person does not run, but they're not coming out from behind the tree either. And you are getting closer.
I'll put down my axe and be like, look, I do not want to hurt you, I'm putting down my weapon, and I just want to talk with you and help you.
You're going to hear a voice. Are you with the mercenaries?
We saw that some of them died, and so they followed us, and we were trying to survive. Did they hurt you? Did they hurt your people? Because if they did, I will kill them.
Jarvis is down by the lake, just as a point of
Gotcha. You're watching. There are a lot of catfish in this lake, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah. Just for
I'm trying to teach them to do like tricks, like jump out of the water,
you probably
form a ring, and swim through it.
you can roll an animal handling if you would like to on that to see how well you're doing with that. You're going to, again, and this is a woman's voice who spoke to you. You've got some that are kind of jumping and doing some trickery for you, Jarvis. This woman is going to say, they did not hurt us. The bandits were already in the camp, and they killed the bandits. So, they are not bad. My people ran. She's going to step out from behind the tree. She has she has her fists up, and like she is ready to like pounce on you. So it's like she's kind of like stepping out like quickly, and very very wary. And you see a woman who is a native Chultan, fairly young woman here. I am Rana.
I am Dawn Gaiter, Dahlia D. Haven, and I am a servant of Lysander here to destroy the evil here in this jungle. And my friends, the short ones, we were walking, and there was a slide of rocks that trapped us in this valley, and so we came in and we saw that there were these 3 people that had been killed by some plants of some sort, and then the mercenaries, we met with them as well. And is there anything that I can do or that we could do to help?
She is going to roll a quick insight for me.
Okay, I'm good at this.
Yeah, and I think everybody else from the camp is like seeing this kind of, like they can see Galia is talking to this person. 14. Rana looks like very, very scared. And she is going to say, I think most of the villages are dead. Not from the mercenaries, but can I stay here with you?
Yes, of course. And she'll kind of like pick up her axe to put it away, and then she'll put Eclipse away, and then she'll kind of offer her hand to the lady, and just be like, I will talk to the group. They all are wonderful people.
She's going to nod and follow you back to camp. As the evening progresses here, she's going to join the campfire that the Flaming Fist mercenaries have together. Was there anything anybody else wanted to ask her? I'm sorry, I kind of cut that off pretty quickly, so I didn't mean to take that moment away. There was other stuff that people wanted to do.
If it was not the mercenaries that destroyed the village, then and the bandits, it was the bandits, right? She's just kind of clarifying what exactly happened.
She's going to, I cannot say for sure. But there is a legend. And as she says there is a legend, there's going to be a sound that is going to kind of drift through the rain. It is kind of directionless. It is going to be kind of a discordant wailing sound that is going to drift in through the rain. It sounds kind of maybe somewhere between the sound of a hunting horn or out of tune bagpipes, and there's also kind of a rumble of thunder mixed in with it, and it gets in right under your skin.
Oh.
And Rana is going to begin telling you a story. She is going to say, "It comes with the rain at night, when Ubtao weeps for his people. The old men say it comes when the rains don't stop, and this month it rains and rains. You hear it singing first. In my village they call it Momombaya Wizimu, the pipes of madness. The old men say the singing means it's hungry. It sings for its supper. Sometimes it kills a hippo, or they kill a hippo, hoping the meat will keep it happy, but it never does. When I was little, we found a man. He was sucked dry, like a husk of corn. It hung him from a tree. The old men say it sang through his mouth, stealing his voice to draw us closer. I did not believe them at first. Then I heard my grandmother calling me through the rain. She had been dead since I was 4. When it comes for you, it comes through the jungle. The trees ripple and bulge as it moves through them. When it gets close, it makes fangs from branches and eats you alive. The old men call it the Ulu Thelong, the hungry jungle. They say it cannot be killed. You can burn the trees down, but it still comes. It never stops. It is always hungry. It's out there, somewhere." And as she finishes telling you this story, the piping has been continuing this whole time. And suddenly it stops. And for just a moment you hear nothing but pounding rain and the sound of the people breathing around the campfire. And then there is a rustling of plants near the edge of the jungle on all sides of your camp. And the bushes bend and stretch. And suddenly, a lizard, a giant man-sized raptor, emerges. Talons bursting forth from the underbrush, screeching. And 2 more appear on either side of it. And they rush the camp. Go ahead and roll me some initiative, everyone. Let me give you some tokens.
Fucking scary stories.
I'm gonna keep Rana behind me the whole time, and my whole goal is to protect her.
Let's hope these things don't shoot bows and arrows.
When did I get inspiration?
I do not know.
We had
it
inspiration at the
last
start.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but I used it and didn't get it back yet, I didn't think.
Nope. So there are 3 of these.
I don't have
raptors
inspiration.
that-
The token's just there for no reason.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, go ahead and roll me some initiative, guys.
Those raptors rolled pretty well.
Yes, they did.
Pass. Oh, look at that.
All right. I think I need to reset the API real quick because it seems to be doing something weird. We'll just roll that up. All right. All right, the first raptor is going to come charging into the camp. Let me give you some battle music while we're at this, 'cause that seems important. See, this one's called Jungle Battle. Let's try that. All right, so these raptors are 7 feet long and weigh over 1,000 pounds. They are bipedal, and they work as a pack, and they are attacking you right now. Let's see. This first one is going to come tearing in to the camp. It is going to move at least 20 feet in this attack, and it is going to attack. It is going to attack at backs, I believe, first here. So she is going to need to make. She is going to need to make a strength saving roll. Let's see here. Hold on 1 second while I get character sheets for a whole bunch of people open.
Can we assume maybe that, maybe we should establish really quick who's going to be within 5 feet of me?
That's probably a good idea. Sorry, I was going to run this one a little more theater than mine. But yeah, who is
just
near
to make
you?
sure for that. I know that Rana is Rana is behind me, and that's the only thing that I'm definitely clear about.
Can I also ask what
I'm pretty far away, I think. I'm
Raptor's
not
dex
too
is
far away, but
with their initiative
I'm
modifier?
definitely not side by side with anyone.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to kind of arrange this. I think Lusker, Dross, you're kind of sitting a little away from everyone. Volo would be here near Lusker. Vili would be as far away on the other side of the fire from Galia as possible.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm going to say Bax is up here, so this guy... Actually, Bax is going to be down here next to Galia.
Yeah.
And Rana would kind of be here next to you, I guess. So something kind of like that. That might be the kind of the general arrangement. So this one is going to go for Bax, and one of these is going to they're going to kind of come from 3 different angles here. So this one is going to come for Bax. Yeah. Who has to make a DC 13 saving throw, strength saving throw. So let's see what she can do. This thing pounces at her, but fortunately she kind of is able to roll from the blow. All right, and it is going to swing a claw at her as it approaches. 17. I'm sorry, it's a 10 because it's next to you.
Yeah.
So that is going to miss. She just kind of rolls out of the way. Excellent. Aza is up. Sorry, Aza, you were asking about dexterity?
I was just going to see if I got to go first. It doesn't matter since they're not together.
Oh, I apologize. Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah, you absolutely
getting
should have
to-
gone first, because... Yep.
But
I'll change this to a 21.
since they were not together, my spike growth wouldn't have caught all of them anyway, so...
Okay.
Instead of spike growth, she will cast Moonbeam above the one that's closest to her. Let me drop that in here so everybody can see it. At level 2.
All right. And you're doing the one right behind you there, basically?
Yes, the one closest to me. So there is a pillar of pale moonlight that's 5-foot circle on top of that particular raptor. If it fails that con save, then it's 12 radiant damage.
12 radiant.
And I can move that pillar of moonlight on my next turn.
Okay. All right, fantastic. Jaris.
Give me a sense of the theater of the mind here. I thought I was down by the lake. I don't need to be.
So you were not there
yeah.
for the story even. Yeah, you're down by the
Yeah.
lake. You're like okay, if everybody is by the hut, you're kind of like way over in
Oh boy.
Like you're down by the canoes probably is what I'm gonna say. So like you would have to run up the hill. So you're like maybe
Okay.
a turn and a half, well you're probably 2 turns out of combat at this point if you were not.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely wasn't there for the story.
Okay.
Yeah, if I notice that there's a fight happening, I start.
Now you would have.
dashing.
You definitely down at the lake. You definitely would have heard that weird noise. Would that?
Yeah,
have...
I'm on alert. I don't think that would have. I don't know. I maybe if I heard that, I maybe would have started moving towards them. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say that you're a turn out of combat here, basically. All right.
Okay.
You can be in. You're coming in from this direction next time.
I'll do
All
a
right.
dash action.
Yeah, fantastic. Let's see, Corum. Whoa, it's like too many. Corum is going to run. Where is his? Somewhere I have his. There we go. There we go. There's his character sheet. Goodness. All right. Corum is going to. Using his spear, he is going to run at this closest one and try to spear it. That is not going to do it, though. All right. This guy is going to bite back at Corum. And swipe with its claws. Let's see. There we go. The 18 will hit. For 7 damage. That's going to bloody Corum.
Oh, shoot.
Luskar. Nope, wrong thing. Luskar is going to... When his character sheet feels like opening. Come on. There we go. Luskar is going to... he is going to use his Reckless ability to gain advantage on attack rolls, but he's going to have disadvantage. Attacks against him will also have advantage. And he is going to run at the one who is on next to Bax, and he is going to swing his greatsword at it with advantage. 15 will hit for 10 damage. Alright. Next up is Vili. Vili will... Let's see. She is going to spin around and multi-attack this guy with her short sword. One will hit, and a 21 will hit. For a total 14 damage. Bax is also going to multi-attack this one next to her. Mace. 15 will hit. For 5 damage. Let's see. This guy is going to... let's see. He's going to attack Aza. He is going to bite at Aza, running out from the 17.
17 hits.
All right. And he will also swing with a claw at you. For the 17, yeah, both of those are going to hit. That is going to be a total of 17 damage. And because this thing charged at you, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh.
That is
Nope.
not going to save. So you are going to be knocked prone, and as a bonus action, it is going to take a bite against you because you are prone.
Oh my god.
That is a 21.
That's a 26.
That
Prone
is.
it has
prone.
advantage.
Oh, that's true. That is a crit.
Oh no.
So that is 12 damage.
So that's 29.
Yeah, 17 plus 12, 29. Yep.
All the way down. One hit.
Ah.
Galia is up.
I see this and just immediately go towards Aza. And I am going to... Oh, shnikey. Oh, shnikey. Let's see. If I do Cure Wounds, that's going to be 1d8 plus 4. I'm going to do... my action's going to be Cure Wounds on Aza.
Okay.
And then... Oh, man. Okay.
Sorry, I just added Quilgok into the list. I didn't realize we had skipped him.
8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. Sorry. The spell broke.
No
Yeah,
problem.
something's going on with the spell.
Plus 2,
Is it in your
Oh.
weapon thing too? Because that worked for me.
3.
So 3,
And then,
you heal Aza
yeah.
for 3?
yeah, and then I'm gonna also, for my bonus action, just to make sure that she stays a little more alive next time, for my bonus action, I'm gonna use Shield of Faith to give her plus 2 AC.
Fantastic. Yeah, so you have Shield of Faith, Aza.
I pray hard enough to protect you.
I don't know if Hatch would try to defend at this point.
I think Hatch would, let's see. I need to grab Hatch.
I'm just gonna try. Oh, so that works still. Okay.
Is that the one in your attack thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one seemed to work.
Okay.
We're gonna roll. What I'd like you to do is roll a d2. Call it before you roll it. If it's a 1 or a 2, whichever one you want, he will attack it or run away, depending on.
Okay, let's attack on 1.
Okay.
Yay! Still got our bird friend.
Okay. Well, if I could actually open up Hatch's.
And now,
Attack. Let's see. What the heck are these things called?
That's an axe beak.
Axebeak. Thank you. Axebeak. Somewhere in here. There we go. I just need their stats.
Oh, I forgot I could look that up too. I think you have a better sheet than I do, though.
There we go. There we go. All right. So it will attack the closest raptor with its beak. With a crit. Fantastic. Apparently, axebeaks and raptors are natural
Enemies.
enemies. So that is 11 damage
Easy.
with a crit. All right.
Good boy, Hatch.
Yeah, sorry. We'll do Hatch on your turn as well.
Okay.
Volo is going to... he's going to...
Is there a rock to hide under?
Yeah, he is going to
cry
like...
action.
He is going to like scuttle backwards. and like stand and like he's just going to yell, let me go get something to kill them with, and like he is going to run towards the hut. All right, Red is up.
Oh. It's changed a little bit. I'm going to try this on Aza. And that means the only other thing I can do is Secret Flame. So Secret Flame on the Raptor.
The one by Aza.
Yep.
All right. It needs to make a Dex save. Which it does. Rana is. She is going to go over. You know what? She'll come hit this one. She doesn't have much she can do, but she's going to try. I feel like something is broken on the table tonight. Weirdly, because like none of my shortcuts are working like they normally do. She is going to swing her fists at this thing. That's an 8. That's going to miss. And she'll just kind of yell like, if anyone has a weapon, throw it to me.
Here, I have an axe for you. She'll like motion to her big great axe. That's her spare weapon.
Quilgok is going to... I think he'll jump up to this one here, and he is going to quarterstaff this thing. Which will hit. Oh, right. Damage doesn't work on his attack. For some reason, that is 9 damage. Which will bloody this first raptor up here, though. Aza is up.
Nuclear. Something nuclear.
So, can everybody do a bonus action cantrip and... No, never mind, this is not a cantrip, so I couldn't do that.
Yeah. You can do a... If you have a spell that can do a bonus action cantrip, you certainly can do it, but...
I was trying to figure out if I could do 2 spells in one go. One of them is...
Bonus action, and then the next one has to be a cantrip with 1 action.
Okay.
I think basically you're taking the place of your movement. Is that correct, or am I crazy, Brad?
No, I think there's still movement.
Okay. I need to read that section
Just
again.
uses your action and bonus action.
Let's go.
A bonus action to do a healing word on myself. So that is 3 more points. And then I will use my regular action to cast Produce Flame and toss it at the nearest raptor. So 11 does not hit.
That will not hit. Let's see. This guy is going to... he is going to attack... he is going to attack at... what's her name again? At Bax again, I think. So he will claw and bite at her.
So this.
The 15 will hit, though. He gets a chunk of her for 9 damage.
Everything there. I hope that she has a little more health than the other guy. Otherwise, these guys are super useless as mercenaries.
Jarus, you would get up here this turn, I think.
Was I able to see Ozza get like torn apart?
I think you. Well, yeah, you might have seen that. Why don't you roll a quick perception and just see what you kind of saw, like how much, or if you're just aware of general battle going on.
Yeah.
Like I'll make it
We
a
need
10.
Hedge to take a shot.
Oh yeah, yeah, we can do that here in a second.
11.
Yeah, with an 11 you would have seen it.
Okay. In that case, he rages immediately, and then charges up to this first one, getting in the range of his glaive, and attacks it. 13 to hit.
13 is going to miss. Corum is going to use his spear against this guy. That'll hit for 4 damage. Let's see. This raptor is going to strike at Vili. Both of those are misses. Let's see. Lusker is going to swing with his greatsword. He's going to do this whole thing again where advantage, if he can get it. 23 will hit. Hell yeah. It's 11 damage. That will bloody this one. Vili. Well, let's see what Vili is doing. She is going to use her short sword. 13 will miss. Let's see. Bax is going to use the mace twice with a multi-attack. 14 and 14 will both miss. Zeloraptor 3 going after Aza again.
Now it has disadvantage though, and she has +2 to AC.
Perfect. Bite and claw. 11 and 15, or an 8, both will miss. Galia.
So is it going to take an action to give Rana my great axe?
No, you can. I'd say you could do that as a bonus action.
Okay, so my bonus action is I'll give her Sundew, my big great axe, and then I'm really angry at this one for hurting Aza so bad, so I'm gonna give it a nice big hit with my battle axe. Oop, wrong one. Ooh,
Okay.
Nice.
for 8 damage.
8 damage. Very
Does that
nice.
Does that count the crit?
Yep,
Yeah.
supposed to.
No.
With a +1.
The +1 is the extra roll for the crit.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Yep, that bloodies this one as well.
Woohoo.
It's a D12 for this two-handed thing. Okay. Volo is nowhere to be seen. Red is up.
Okay, I think I'm gonna cast my favor, and then I'm going to attack the raptor with my warhammer, and let's see. Actually, I will skirt around it. So I'm flanking.
You are flanking it.
So Warhammer divine favor, advantage.
21 will hit.
So 10 points.
Excellent. Let's see. Rana is going to swing with this great axe. She does not have proficiency in this as a weapon, so she's going to have disadvantage on this roll. But she is going to swing with an 8. That's going to miss. Quilgok is going to use his quarterstaff. Great. Glad that worked. Something is messed up on the table tonight.
It's Halloween, that's why.
That will hit. So let me roll his d8 plus 2. Alright, so for 4 damage. Alright, Aza.
I think Aza will cast Moonbeam again on the one in front of her. So, let's see. That's 14, half with the save.
Alright, let's see, and that is a con save.
Yes.
Alright.
So shouldn't it be a oh, wait, never mind.
That is a 20, so that is a save. So he will still take 7 damage. Alright, this one is going to attack at Jarrus, who came running up at him, biting and clawing.
I am 10 feet away.
Never mind. He'll go after Bax then. Actually, he'll go after Lusker, because Lusker's been hitting him pretty good. 9 and 11, that's all gonna miss. Jarrus.
Okay, well, I am now actually going to get in his range. Well, do I need to be adjacent to the creature to flank it? If
I
it's
think
within my reach?
I think if it's within your reach, no. I think you're
Okay.
I think you're still flanking it.
I'm going to maneuver around it to flank with Lusker, and I will attack it at advantage. 24.
That is most definitely going to hit. 9 damage.
And I'm going to action surge and do it again.
Oh, nice.
Yay!
14.
14 will miss.
Oh.
All right, Corum. He will swing with his spear yet again at this one next to him. 18 will hit. That's nice. For 5 damage. We're whittling this guy down over here. Speaking of which, this raptor is going to bite and claw at Quilgok, your so far very good guide. Oh, the 20 will definitely hit with the claw. It gets past the protection of the shell for 9 damage.
Does it have resistance to that, or is it just an armor class thing?
That's just an armor class thing. Lusker is up. That was flavor. I was trying to, you know. Lusker is going to use.
Didn't Jarrus have resistance to some kind of damage because of?
Yeah, when I
raging?
rage, I have resistance
Okay.
to some stuff.
All right, I thought it was a skin thing.
Great sword with advantage. 24. He didn't need the advantage. That'll hit. This guy's swinging pretty good. He's pretty solid at this. For 12 damage. That is going to kill the first raptor.
Yay!
Feely, trying to take this momentum, multi-attacking with her short sword. And you can hear her over there. She's just like talking at this creature like, "You are not a worthy opponent. You will die this day." But not with those kind of hits. Bax is going to like leap past the fire and run over to help her friends, swinging with her mace. She's going to get 2 of those. That's a crit. That'll hopefully help and do something. That's 10 damage. That is going to kill this raptor.
Dang.
Wow.
Raptor number 3 is going to once again
It's
bite.
going to take damage before it does anything else because it's in a moonbeam.
Oh, it's in a moonbeam. Excellent. What does it take?
So it's 2d10, half with con save. So
Okay.
our 2d10.
So it needs to make a con save again.
Yes.
12.
Yay.
It does not
That's-
save, so it will take the full 13 damage. That is going to kill it. You are out of combat. As you exit combat, Corum is going to just kind of spit at the ground. He's going to say, "We've got to regroup. Could be more of those things out there." And as he says that,
Oh no.
his voice is going to cut off with a choking sound.
No.
The color is going to
No.
drain from his face as vines curl up around his leg and around his chest. And his eyes are going to go wide as death sucks the life out of him. And you will just see this happen. And as the life falls away from his eyes, he's suddenly going to snap back at you. And his voice is going to have kind of a dry crackle now. And he's going to say, "Those who consume with fire must be consumed. I am the vengeance of Chult, and I am hungry." And the piping sound that you heard before is going to resume.
Gosh.
As all around you, plants are going to spring to life. And that might be a good place to call it for tonight.
We're not gonna lose to plants, are we, guys?
In the jungle? Sure.
You're surrounded.
We will finish this next time. Perhaps Aragem can find his way back to the group before this is over. We will see. Thank you everybody for watching tonight. Hopefully this was a little bit creepy and spooky going on here. It will be continued into next week, and we'll hopefully get, even though it'll be after Halloween, it'll be even a little more creepy and spookier as we get going, hopefully. And maybe even a little more deadly. We might have our first Tomb of Annihilation death. Or not. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you everyone. And we will see you all next week.